got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. I'm Kellen Nitro coming at you with another edition of Classic Nitro Steak. Yes, it's kind of like Oprah's book club, but for wrestling nerds. We spin the wheel, we make the deal, and it is TL's turn to spin the wheel. So I'm going to bring him in right now. Hello, Mr. TL. How are you doing today?
Hello. It is a rainy day, so nice to be inside.
It is. Yeah, we've had a beautiful stretch of weather up until this weekend, and now it's we're in for a stretch of like monsoon type conditions where we all live. So we're all it's a great night for potting from where we're at. So
it makes the grass green.
Yes, and it cuts down on the dust. So I, as a springtime allergy sufferer, like that. So that's good.
Word.
Yes, we'll bring in our third. It is from his house to your house. It's Moorhouse.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
It's going fantastic. I am enjoying the weather because there's nothing better than just hanging out on the couch with the window open on a rainy day.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a nice vibe for sure. Definitely a nice vibe for sure. And our fourth tonight, you know him, you love him. He puts the maple in maple leaf. It is Craig P. Fraser. How you doing, sir?
The maple and maple leaf.
Well,
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, you're doing better than Team Canada today. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, that was not a good way to go out.
That was ugly. Yes, absolutely. That's not if that's indeed the final run ever for one of the best to ever played a game at a world level. That kind of sucked, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, nobody ever goes out on Team Canada the way they're supposed to. Look at Gretzky on the bench in Nagano.
Yeah, that was just a bad coaching call, though, too. Well, we got a shootout. We got the greatest player of all time. You know what? No. Rob Zaminer scored 20 goals this year.
Ray Bork on the breakaway is a term I never hear that often.
Ray Bork, yes. Absolutely. So, and hello to everybody watching the stream as well, too, tonight. So this is a classic wrestling live stream. We're not going to be talking about, apparently there was a PLE today. So, hey, whatever.
I saw it.
News to me. Oh, you did? Okay. Quickly, how was it? Is it worth watching?
Yes, because Italy is the same kind of crowd, just like France.
Okay,
so watch
cool.
it just for the crowd reactions.
Mm-hmm. I heard there was a couple of major-ish storyline beats that happened, so I'll check it out, I think. But
never mind that shit. Just watch like for the crowd. It was one of the best crowds, I guess, since Puerto Rico, since France. Right in that tier.
Right. So before we get into the classic content, I want to talk about something that happened last night with the promotion we're going to be talking about on the classic show today. Doing some AAA on the show today, and we're going to be talking about the AAA IWC /WCW Win Worlds Collide pay-per-view from November of '94. But before we get to that, a major storyline development last night in Monterrey, Mexico with AAA, and we all checked out the 3 out of the 4 of us at least checked out the main event, and that was the mask versus mask match. The El Grande Americanos explode with the OG Americano versus the new Grande Americano, and we found out that the OG was indeed Mr. Chad Gable under probably a match of the year candidate. I will have to say at the end of it all, I think this one will be mentioned at the end of the year as a match of the year candidate. TL, your thoughts, because you got a chance to. Did you watch the main event or did you watch the entire card?
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, so the entire card, I only saw the main event. How was the entire card and leading into it? And the crowd was just molten for that main event. Like that was absolutely a great main event.
That main event was unbelievable. If you haven't watched it, please take the time, go to YouTube and watch it. It is there for free. Mm-hmm. Watch that main event. Incredible stuff. for a storyline that seems to have absolutely no attention, heat, pressure, whatever you want to call it, on Raw and SmackDown in Mexico. Oh, this shit lit between the two Grande Americanos. The entire pay-per-view as a whole is pretty good if you like the Lucha Libre style. I just want to jump out and say I apologize for the pick that I chose ahead of time. Oh my God. Yikes.
I was questioning myself. Why?
I'll tell you why. I will give you my thought process of why I chose a AAA watch along here. It's because last time I chose something from Japan, which is something we had never seen before, and really well. And so I'm like, it was early May. I'm like, Cinco de Mayo. Let's pull out some Lucha Libre on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Oh Lord, never again. Never again.
Well, we'll get into that. My thoughts on the main event from last night. That entire AAA right now has a feel of what NXT used to be when Triple H was running things when he first took over NXT with the takeovers early on and back in the WWE Network days and that stuff. So it wouldn't hurt me at all to see AAA become kind of what that black and gold NXT used to be. Now that, normal NXT is kind of branched off to whatever Shawn Michaels is envisioning it to be. I think the Taker's head booker and kind of creative guru down there for AAA right now. So I think that he's got something really good cooking. We were talking off air that now El Grande Americano, the current El Grande Americano, the Ludwig Kaiser Grande Americano, can go on to take on Dom Mysterio for the Mega Championship. And that will be a good draw for them should and when they decide to have that match. Obviously, with Rey Mysterio involved in storyline as the commissioner and blah, 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 blah. So they got a good thing going down there. Last night's main event, just watching the main event, was a really good teaser to that product. And that'll be something that back when they used to do DVDs for home video compilations, you'd see that one on a best of compilation for, best matches in AAA history or something like that. But now, people will watch it on YouTube, I guess, and they'll get all the likes for it. So there you go. So
no, that is a landmark match where that's going to go down as one of the turning points or whatever you want to call it for AAA.
Yep, absolutely. I think they're back. I think they definitely are. They're back at that level where they've surpassed CMLL and they are on their way to being that premier Lucha Libre organization again. So
yeah, I'm gonna add, I saw the match myself. I thought it was phenomenal. Great storytelling, great working of the crowd. The crowd was as hot as Rock and Hogan from WrestleMania 18. Sorry, yeah, it was just a fantastic match to watch. Great storytelling. I think both wrestlers, you look at the storyline when it was first pitched a year ago, and you're like, oh my God, poor Ludwig, poor Chad Gable. Yeah, and now that they turn this into hot shit into this cannonball we're seeing right now. Yeah, and both guys are gonna move on from this better than they arrived.
And it'll be cool for that fan base because with the Latino fan base, they could look to that and claim that as their own. That was in their promotion. That happened. They can claim it going forward as one of their own things, right? So
yep. And Ludwig's going to be he can run this character for another 5 years, and he's still going to be a top guy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and he's got a little stable now underneath him and that stuff, and you could have, the breakup of the stable if you have to later on or whatever, or you just they keep going. But first things first, I think it's that mega championship to
I think Gable's next step is Penta.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it all comes full circle. You get Gable back in there as a fresh contender for Penta, and I think that's something for SummerSlam, I think, boys. I think we'll see that at SummerSlam then, probably.
Minnesota makes sense to me.
But also, you could always inject Gable back into AAA if you ever need that match to just stir something up, because people are going to love it.
How about Mega Champion versus Intercontinental Champion, where you have Gable as IC Champion versus El Grande Americano as Mega Champion?
Nah, I don't need all that.
Oh, come on. All the gold on the line.
It don't even need the belts. You can just put Gable in there to do a program.
True. Yes.
Just to
Gable's a star there now.
He teased that he would be back at the end of that promo. He said that he would return. So
yeah, he says one way or another, I will be back in AAA, and they're going to take him back. And at first he's going to get like a really big pop because holy shit, he's back.
And it depends on what he does. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he can go and he can be a
on
heel
the character
immediately. Yeah. He can do whatever he wants immediately.
Well, look at last night. Like he turned the crowd. They want like there's people in the crowd who actually wanted to physically assault Chad Gable that night.
Yeah, jump the railing and like beat him up.
And by the end of the show, they're all clapping and cheering and celebrating him.
Yeah, gave him a standing ovation as he leaves with his family. It was incredible.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. That's one of the
the good stuff that happened, and I watched this after I watched our throwback here.
That's right. So we'll get into the we'll go into the throwback portion of it. Just want to say hello to Fortnite All Day 26 who's watching,
Hey.
Josie who's watching, hello, and Aiden Payne 09 saying sup. Good evening, all. And if you are watching wherever on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram Live, you name it, it is awesome having you all here tonight. All right, let's go retro. We're going into the retro portion of the show. So it's retro pay-per-view review time, and we are doing this little puppy from 1994, from November 6, 1994, from the Los Angeles Sports Arena in LA, California. This is When Worlds Collide, 1994. A lot of wrestling experts consider this the birth of the relationship between WCW and cruiserweight talent. And this is something that Bischoff was looking at bringing in when he took the mantle of executive producer at WCW. He wanted something different, something new to be brought on to WCW programming that WWF wasn't doing. Yes, sir.
That's a slight revisionist history because Psychosis and Rey Mysterio went to ECW first to get it over, and then Eric Bischoff went and stole them.
That's right. But Bischoff at the same time was looking at this. Paul Heyman, though, at the same time was looking at the same thing that Bischoff was doing. Yes.
This was produced by WCW, this show.
Totally was.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it was, but it still took them another year for them to steal it from somebody else because they probably watched this and said, no.
There is.
What do you mean? This is Dave Meltzer's favorite show when I'm looking at this right now.
It's funny you mentioned that, though, TL, because there is a lot of cross-contamination between WCW and ECW in the wake of this show. So we'll save all that at the end because there's a lawsuit involved. There's talent jumping to ECW. There's talent jumping to WCW after this. So.
Oh, Lorax, this will be your shining moment.
You're
going to be as more entertaining than Mike today, I'm sure.
I've got notes on this thing. Let me tell you.
Wow, and I didn't take any this time.
I have pads and notes. The virtual stack is packed.
That's hilarious because this one almost crushed my desire to ever watch wrestling ever again.
Oh, okay.
And then I watched the AAA thing on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'm back.
You're back. There we go. Yes. So there we go. The first and only pay-per-view collab between WCW, AAA in Mexico, and a creative bonus kick from Puerto Rico's IWC. So Carlos Colon and company. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to their match. I got a bit of a bone to pick with that when we get to that point too, about IWC and their so-called involvement in this. So,
is it IWC or IWA?
It is IWC.
Oh, it is. Okay, I had it wrong.
Yeah,
thank you.
So, skipped through the control center bit at the beginning with Chris Cruz. I do appreciate though the full pre-show Moorhouse. Thank you very much for finding a copy of the pay-per-view.
What was with the sound?
I don't know. I ended up watching a YouTube. I found a YouTube version that was the same that I watched instead.
Yeah,
me too. The sound was slightly higher, but I still had to put max volume to hear it.
Yeah, I put it in my little editing thing and bumped up the volume for my copy and threw it up there. But
Craig, did you even watch?
Yes.
Okay, good. You hadn't said anything in 15 minutes. I was just kind of wondering.
He'll tune in when he gets.
I'm just trying to get to the matches.
Oh,
well,
let's get to it then.
He just put a screen capture of himself there, and he left.
Well,
actually.
I'll start with Fraser because he's. We can just put this up in after a while and just
the blobfish,
the blobfish in the corner. Trust us, that's Fraser. Everybody,
I know what he's really waiting for. He's waiting for us to talk about.
He needs the thing hanging out of the corner
get it away from
or whatever that is.
I know what he's really waiting for. He's waiting for us to get to the point where you talk about Sasso and and Dan Soder doing their impression off.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yes, that's another thing that's we have to talk about because
No,
that
I was letting the floor be had by others
Until you take it over.
just now.
Okay. Let's go to the first match, which you can
no,
do.
actually,
skip.
hang on.
Oh,
Pump the brakes here for a second. I'll start with Fraser because he's kind of our go-to when it comes to commentary on stuff. What did you think of the commentary team of Chris Cruz and Mike Tenay throughout the show?
It was okay. I wasn't thrilled. I wasn't completely dismayed. I thought they're there.
Yeah,
They're talking. You know.
So this is the first ever pay-per-view Mike Tenay does ever as a color commentator.
Now,
for WCW.
Mike Tenay,
the voice of TNA.
TNA wrestling. Okay, because I was
TNA
I
wrestling.
heard the name. I was like, what promotion?
And he used to do Nitro like hour twos.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a guy on Nitro. He was on Thunder in the waning days of Thunder as well.
He's the nerd that gives you all the wrestling information you've never wanted to know.
That's right.
He's as charismatic as Jiminy Cricket, and nobody pays attention to him in that movie either.
That's his shtick. Is he's got all the facts on anybody who's ever wrestled, and the charisma level is kind of eh.
Well, he was okay.
And
I think Chris Cruz, think's the WCW like B show guy, isn't he?
not even at this point. He's a C show guy.
I've always had a point when I watch these pay-per-views where I'm like, I don't even think about the commentary because I'm just trying to watch the match, and I'm almost just like, I want to see. So when you're like, how was the commentary? And I was like, unless it was like JR doing like my God, killed him, you know, I broke him half. It's like, you know, or you know, I mean, even what's his name from WCW? Oh God, just went out of my head.
The guy on AEW.
The guy in AEW now. He was in WCW forever.
Come on, House.
Jericho?
No, on commentary.
Commentary.
Oh, commentary. Oh, Tony
It's
Schiavone.
Sting!
Tony Schiavone.
Oh,
Tony
Sting.
Schiavone. Yeah, like
Schiavone, yes.
it's Sting. Like
Yeah.
WCW had some great calls too.
Mhm.
But
So,
I mean,
yeah, there we go.
So, but like tonight, like, I mean, that's the thing. If I think the commentary, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel that sometimes the commentary, like you got to have good commentary. That helps with the action when you're watching it, you know, on TV and stuff like that. And it can be absolutely, you know, like I mean, JR screaming, Austin, oh, he's talking, like when he's coming, like that just hypes it up even more when you're watching it at home.
Using JR as that example is perfect because they have the moments where he gets really big sound bites and you remember them forever. And then as we've watched in this watch along, there are some WWF moments where all he does is talk about where they went to school, where they played football.
And he was a former Baylor Bear.
And it's
Chickasaw State.
My criticism.
Distracting.
Yeah.
Shit.
What I would appreciate more is the commentary talk about why they're fighting, and I don't feel that was presented really at all. It's like, oh, these guys are legends. Okay, why are they fighting?
Don't forget this pay-per-view is North America's first, or the rest of North America rather, so USA and Canada basically, their first look at AAA.
Oh, I got it.
In the world at this point. Yeah.
Mike Tenay is Joey Styles, but with Connor McDavid's personality.
The robotic personality.
Oh my God. No, it would be, oh my God.
There you go.
Like, oh my God.
Hold another one. But
exactly.
my point is like, I think when commentary is great in wrestling, it adds that extra layer that you didn't realize you needed.
Yes.
But if it's okay, I think good commentary as well. Like if you didn't really notice it, I think that's also okay too. Just in general, like it's not like bad. I feel like
get in the
you
way.
didn't really notice the commentary.
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
I feel like that's still like they still did their job. Was I blown away? Would I say I'm like, oh, this was really great commentary for this event? No, but I mean, I feel that they did okay.
It wasn't distracting. They didn't say anything stupid.
No.
Yeah.
So this is where I roll in is that it's a fact. This was proven is that AAA they were running Los Angeles is kind of their Madison Square Garden. So they wanted to make it as their monthly huge spectacular spot for all their storylines and stuff at this time. WCW decided to roll in. Like I said, they're talking with a partnership at the time with AAA and using some of the talent on WCW TV, blah, 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 blah. As a result, though, day of the pay-per-view, Turner Network executives who were presenting the pay-per-view in both Mexico and in the rest of North America trimmed the length of the show by about 40 minutes. So AAA had about 3 hours planned for this pay-per-view. I think the total runtime is about 2 hours and 7-8 minutes, something like that.
That makes
and
sense.
So
I was wondering why they kept talking about a 6 match.
A lot of stuff gets cut, I should say, during the show. Like a ton of stuff gets cut that or smushed together, as we will see. And I think we can make some assumptions of what stuff kind of gets smushed together and what should have been, kind of one-on-one or even tag team matches. And there's an unhealthy amount of 6-man tags on this show, but we'll get to that as we roll along.
Let's get to it.
We're going to. Chill.
Never.
We start for the first time ever doing these with a minis match.
Nope.
Oh,
Undertaker.
Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you. Let's do it. So we summon the Undertaker by going, Undertaker at the bottom of the screen is the Nitromaniac TV's Undertaker. Follow the news and notes from this pay-per-view with run times and such. So, all right. So now we'll start with the minis match. So I think this is like the first time ever we've had minis on the show at all. So we have Mascarita Sagrada and Octagon Cito versus Expectorito and Dorito Estrada in the opening contest. The runtime for this thing was 8 minutes and 30 seconds with the technical team of Mascarita Sagrada and Octagon Nitro, or Cito, I should say, taking the win. So this was their car crash opener. Instead of cruiserweights car crashing, they threw the minis out there. Interesting. It was a choice. It was a choice. And that's all I have to say about that is it is a choice. So
I don't know, but isn't like dwarf wrestling, is that a more of a, because I know that they've done like for like Octagon and they have like the mini version, the dwarf wrestler, and same thing I think for Santos as well. They have one.
It's throughout a lot of Lucha Libre history.
It's more of a thing in Lucha Libre in Mexico.
The luchador Shocker had the little monkey guy, and so on and so forth. So so it's on and off through the years that they would do this. If they'd usually take a lot of their more popular properties in the lucha companies and that stuff and make Citos out of them or minis out of them, right? So
today you would see like mini Danhausen and mini Mr. Iguana.
Yeah. Which we could see.
I did. So Bailey never usually watches the pay-per-views with me. I've asked her before. She's never watched wrestling.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about WWE's Bailey. I was like, okay,
no, my wife Bailey.
Your wife Bailey, yes. Okay.
Who's named Bailey, spelled differently, but still named Bailey.
And I instead of the Y.
Yes, I instead of the Y.
Yes.
So like I was like, oh yeah, because we were listening to some Bad Bunny. She really likes Bad Bunny from like the Super Bowl and stuff, and it's his new album. And I was like, oh yeah, he does the song Chambea. This is the song he wrestled to, and I showed her his entrance at the pay-per-view in Puerto Rico, and she was like, oh, that's really crazy. And then I was like, yeah, and that's Ric Flair wooing, and she's like, who? So she doesn't watch wrestling. But I said, hey, this pay-per-view I'm watching, it starts off with the mini wrestling, and she's like, what's that? I was like they have like little people, dwarfs wrestling. Yeah. She was like, I'm watching this match. It's because her and her friends were trying to watch that. I think it's like the Little Women Atlanta or something.
Oh, okay.
Reality show.
It's reality show.
and so her and her friends just can't watch it without laughing. They're just like they're so hysterical and there's so much drama and they're just yelling at each other. And so she watched this match with me and she was cackling. She was like, "This was actually very entertaining for her."
That's awesome.
So it's an interesting perspective from somebody completely new to wrestling that was like, "Oh, this is actually kind of fun and funny. And look at these guys go, they're flipping around. Oh my god!"
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was kind of an entertaining little match. This wasn't like wasn't Bret Hart and Bulldog at SummerSlam, right? But
we wouldn't want that either.
No,
but like I'm just laughing at the fact that this was their car crash start, and then later on when Bischoff does the thing on Nitro by bringing in the AAA talent to be cruiserweights, they become the car crash start on the first hour of Nitro because of this. Wow. This was the genesis of the idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mind it. I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like, this is, oh wow, what a start. Like, but I was like, hey, look at that. The guy did it. You know, it was kind of a weird roll up, kind of a weird win at the end there. It was there's some sloppy finishes throughout this card. But, I don't know. I don't know. I would watch it like smiling, thinking like if I was there, I would have been like, yeah, go, get up, I jump out of the ring. Like,
hey, after a few Coronas, everything looks good, right? So, I mean, that's what they're advertising on the ring apron, or not even the ring apron, on the ring itself. Basically, the inside of the ring. It's a giant Corona Extra logo on there. So, Mr. TL, your thoughts on the opener?
I defer to Mr. Moorhouse first.
Okay. So spot deferred.
Yeah, no, I had some notes. I think my only notes was I thought the guy in the green shorts, he was not too bad for the dwarf wrestlers. I was entertained by his performance a little bit. And I also made fun of the guy who played Estrada. I'm like, oh man, you're only 2 inches shorter than Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
just not tall enough to be
I was like, he's just, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if he shouldn't be in there.
That's another thing. And this is still to today. If you are 5 feet or under in Mexico and you're trained to be a luchador or in Lucha Libre, you're considered a mini.
And he's
5 feet or under. You could be 4'11", and then they're like, no, you're a mini.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They should have called him like Minnie the Giant or something. That would have been a cool
Giant Minnie.
The Giant. That would have been so good.
And he just chokeslammed.
He has to speak Spanish, put it with Andre's voice. And calling out Minnie Octagon. El Octagon. Unos por recibir, hermano. I'd be all about it. See, that to me that's entertainment. I'm watching.
Yes.
Brings a smile to my face.
I mean, it was cool in this match to see Masquerita Sagrada be presented as a legit athlete rather than, he wrestles in WWF later on as Max Mini. He wrestles, they've used him, I think, in WCW during the Monday Night Wars too after his WWF run. Do they not? I can't remember.
They do. He got his real feature in Lucha Underground.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And before I let my thoughts go, I had one question. How does everyone like this double referee system?
Oh, confusing as hell.
I didn't like that. That I didn't like. I thought it's too much in the way and too much interfering with the action, I found.
The storyline with that, how that was explained at least, is the dude in the suspenders is basically the AAA version of Nick Patrick. So he's the corrupt heel referee. And so they're allowing him to stay and have his job, but he has to have another official in the ring with him at all times to basically double check his work.
And they still couldn't do their job properly at all.
That's right.
A referee, like a rudos or a technicos for a referee, only makes sense if it's another wrestler that's doing a special referee.
Yeah. I mean that's
part of the storyline.
That's a whole special guest enforcer thing that WWF's been doing.
They just have referees so they keep each other accountable.
They just have a guy that's always in the ring that's like, I'm always here to fuck shit up. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I think he's up to no good, ref.
yeah. Oh, like giving the Rudos like some brass knuckles. There you go. There he's that. The other referee's like, hey.
that final count off of the moonsault pin from Sagrada That's atrociously bad because it was like a 1, a 2, and checks time.
Yeah.
Looks out in the crowd. Oh, free! Yay! You know, it's really bad.
How many refs does it take to call a match properly?
About the same as it takes to screw in a light bulb, apparently. So, yeah, it certainly was a choice. But yes, Mr. TL, your thoughts on the opener finally.
All right. This solves the issue of should you ever start a pay-per-view with minis? The answer is no.
It's an interesting choice.
Hey, everyone. Here's our brand new product. It's wrestling from Mexico. You've never seen anything like this before. You should really tune in. And the first thing we're going to show you are mini wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing?
It's the bathroom break to start.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's LA traffic, right? So it's
maybe
for the late arriving crowd.
The kids are there earlier. Maybe everybody hasn't got to their seats yet. You know, so you got to put something on first for the kids.
They just had to watch some Brooklyn Brawler tapings.
Remember, this is at the sports arena where the Clippers played, not at the Great Western Forum where the Lakers played. So.
The Clippers are off a joke at this time.
Oh, they're bad. Yes.
The point is, do not start an event with minis when you are introducing your product for the first time ever to a multinational audience. God,
there's better ways, yes, and we'll see later on.
This pay-per-view should have been called AAA When Worlds Collide. What are the rules here?
Well, they seem to change match by match. Yes,
it changed match by match, and the fact that the commentators didn't quite know what was going on either.
Yeah,
there's a lot of blind tags.
There's two falls in this one. It's best 2 out of 3. No, it's just a single fall. It's over, folks. What? Do you know what's happening either today?
Nope.
No, nobody
Apparently
does.
Not. Apparently not. No,
and
absolutely.
This mini wrestler thing, you're talking about the one Masquerada, what's his face?
Sagrada, yes.
Looks like the Michelin Man and Burger King made a mascot together. Like his outfit looks absolutely ridiculous.
He's a Power Ranger.
Yeah. Something.
Remember, it's 94. Power Rangers are in at this point.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No.
In Japan. In Japan, I don't think the show quite started in North America yet, but it started. It had already started.
Okay. So maybe another year for that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the thing. Power Rangers were huge in Japan before they made Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the US.
Yeah,
show.
because I think that debuted up here on YTV in 95, right?
Yeah.
And his costume is kind of similar to the Power Rangers racing series they had.
And the other thing, bigger than Power Rangers that didn't quite take off as much in North America. It did, but like it was even bigger than Power Rangers in Japan was probably Gundam.
Yes.
That was.
Do you mean Japanese Transformers?
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. It was chicken or the egg. I don't know which one came first. If Transformers. Well, Transformers like this because Gundam started, I think, around the same. I don't know when Transformers started. That'd be interesting to know which line.
Anything I'll contribute will be wrong.
Was mid-80s when the movie came out. So
talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to Google it.
Oh, he's Googling it. Okay.
All right, let him Google that. He will be back in a few minutes to report on this. In the meantime, I'm going to just shittle over this opening match of how
we're done. We're done.
Worst idea. So. Worst idea to start a pay-per-view.
Here's a fun fact. Dave Meltzer gave this a 4-star.
Dave Meltzer can suck an egg.
You gave them opener 4 stars.
He gave it a 4-star, yeah.
And that right there is the
minis.
explanation as to why Dave Meltzer is who he is and why he's a moron.
Oh, I'm going to give you Meltzer stars for all these matches because you're going to be... It's
hit them one by one as we get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
please
I differ quite a bit.
Oh, God.
I think we all do, honestly.
Now, as the minis are leaving the ring, the next match is already entering the entranceway.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. I think this is one of the Turner production revisions that we were talking about that they decided to do during this contest. So we've got a 6-man tag that they dub I think it's a respect match. Yes, absolutely. The battle for respect between the technical side of Latin Lover, Heavy Metal, and Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Psicosis, Fraser Guerrero, and Madonna's boyfriend, Louis
that fucking
Spicoli. The
hate that
runtime
name.
for this one is 12 minutes and 46 seconds. Mr. TL, go ahead. And I can see it simmering under the thing, so I'll just let it out now. Go ahead. About Madonna's boyfriend.
I hate that name. And that they literally have to call him that every single time they refer to him. And that they also mention that he really is Louis Spicoli.
Mhm.
That's his real name, but the rest of the night they refer to him as Madonna's boyfriend.
That's right. And in
Oh,
case you couldn't
God.
tell, he has the leather jacket with the airbrush picture of Madonna on the back of it. That's part of his entrance here.
I got to tell you, I hated this match because I just saw this match. Like, we just saw this happen in the mini version.
Yep.
And then the cruiserweights come out and do the exact same match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what was the difference between the fact that everyone here was just over 5 feet tall? What was the difference?
This is the actual size people doing a 6-man tag.
Who did the same thing that the minis did? The minis did all their spots.
Mm-hmm.
I was
There
also
was
not-
no difference.
I didn't really like this match. It was
I
good.
was very confused during this match.
They did this match in a slower amount of time too. The minis were 8:30. The full size wrestlers were 12 minutes and 46 seconds.
And
Yes.
somehow they always talk about how this pay-per-view was where Rey Mysterio got noticed, Eddie Guerrero got noticed, and Conan as well.
Mhm.
But like
Mhm.
at the same time, I didn't notice anything that Rey Mysterio did in this match that I didn't see earlier in the first match.
He took some crazy bumps, but yeah.
It was the same thing that Masquerado whatever did.
Well,
I
he,
have
had
written-
that, he had that one
yeah.
bump where they threw him into the crowd and he hit
Yes.
the cement.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
there was
like,
a-
ugh. Yeah. I have written down that the best one-on-one stuff in the match was when Ray was in the ring with Psychosis, and just below it was when Ray was in the ring with Spicoli in it, because they put him with two people that could work and they let them work. So that was the best part of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to point out that in this event, the Americans can work and the Lucha, the Mexican ones aren't that good.
Because
they just don't care.
it's a mixture of it's Triple A. Their roster at this point is weird because it's a mixture of older wrestlers up top, and then at the bottom are the young up and comers that are still maybe, I don't know, less than 5 years each in the business at this point. So the young guys are trying to prove themselves, obviously, and the old guys don't care because they got the main event spot, so they're doing the main event stuff, right?
You sure they don't care that they finally get an audience in America on pay-per-view?
I think everybody had to have thought that they've, at least initially, that we'll do our best, but then it depends on what the current situation is on the day of the show, like in the locker room and stuff, how the morale is, right? So
My problem is just no one stood out. Like, no, other than maybe Louis
Yeah.
Spicoli, no one stood out.
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Even
Nobody
missed-
stood out.
Ray
Mhm.
didn't stand out. You're right. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how this became his big break.
I thought
Yeah.
Spicoli stood out.
Yeah, I certainly did too.
They made him
Sorry,
stand out with
Madonna's
that friggin'
boyfriend.
name.
Yeah. Spicoli's all over this pay-per-view. We'll get to him a little bit later.
Oh,
on.
The other-
Lord.
The other thing that was funny is commentary brought up, oh, Heavy Metal's dad is the referee. I'm like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be.
Well, it's
I
like
missed
New
that.
Japan. It's like New Japan with red shoes now.
Yeah,
He showed
yeah.
his dad, right? So,
Yeah. But then you have two refs, so it doesn't really matter.
well,
No.
Craig's got it in a lightning thought. Go for it.
I have the results of a few fact checks.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
And
As of this pay-per-view, Mighty Morphin
Mhm.
Power Rangers has already been on the air for 1 year. It started in 1993.
okay.
The
Excellent.
American show.
Right. Okay.
Gundam
Mhm.
started by Sunrise Toys, which is a Japanese company, in 1979, but it
Mhm.
started as an anime series first.
okay.
And then they made
Okay.
toys.
Okay, so they-
Transformers started
Really close.
later by Hasbro, by a
Mhm.
Japanese American who moved to the United States in 1984, and it started as toys and
Yeah.
then became an anime,
So
anime series.
5
Who
years.
said we need American Gundam? Yes, because the movie was 1985, I think it came
Mhm.
out, right? So yeah.
But overall, Transformers is worth, with all the media franchises and the movies and stuff, it's worth about 30 billion, whereas Gundam's about 15 billion. But
Yeah, Megan
was the
Fox
one.
wasn't in the Gundam remake. She was in the Transformers remake. So there we go.
An American Gundam movie would be really, really bad.
I mean, it was Gundam is the sort of the pioneer and probably the biggest what is known as mecha anime, which is anime centered around robotics and sci-fi and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there,
And all of this has been more interesting than the pay-per-view that I made.
Yeah, I'm loving this mecha theory. This is great. Give it to me all day long. This is awesome.
History facts.
Yeah, this is great. Nope, I'm cool with that.
Would you like to give your thoughts on the match now that you've done your research?
Yeah. What did you think of the second match?
I said I didn't really enjoy this match, and therefore I said this match was not great, and I'd rather did research on Gundam and Transformers instead.
Hey, there we go.
One fun note I had here is I think this feed was stolen from an Edmonton feed box because I got
Yeah.
It
was like in the middle of the one that we're watching. This goes does like the Monty Python. Doo, 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 doo,
that
doo.
looks like an Alberta one.
I actually,
Rogers logo.
yeah, I saw the whole thing on the cable box. I was like, what the hell? That's funny. Which would have been hilarious because I don't think unless you had TBS Superstation as part of your cable package, you got any WCW TV up here at this time. So yeah. Like my grandmother got WTBS, but she was out in Lloydminster almost. So
yeah, Nitro's.
Oh, wait. No. There was one channel that would show WCW Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, E Channel had it for a bit, I think.
But predating A Channel.
Yeah.
What a throwback.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think there was like one of the other two channels, like either it wasn't CFRN. I think it was, it might have been ITV that showed like all overnight was like WCW Saturday night or something like that.
Yeah, but they would show that on Saturday night, and I used to look at like, what is this cheap ass wrestling show? Hey, wait a minute, that's Ravishing Rick Rude.
What's with the neon lights and stuff, and and
like the electronic gate that would open the Area 52 doors.
Yeah,
because
why does this sound like a? Why does this look like a T2 knockoff? What's going on here?
Yeah. I was like, this
with
is
the bionic arm. Yep.
Next.
Yes, next, absolutely for sure. So
wait, what did Meltzer give this match?
Yeah, what did Dave
gave it? 4 out of 5 as well. He loved it.
Wow.
God.
Was he drunk?
This is what I'm telling you. This man doesn't know wrestling.
Yeah. As soon as the pay-per-view comes back from that little slate that accidentally pops up, we get the little thing that says, please do not duplicate this pay-per-view upon penalty of law and that stuff and whatever. So I'm thinking at Shaw or Rogers Master Control, somebody hit the wrong thing during the pay-per-view. I was like, hey, how do I fix it? Okay, down and then the back up. But anyway, there we go. All right. So now our next contest is this so-called When Worlds Collide 6-man tag, another 6-man tag coming your way. But this one has the IWC versus AAA. So we've got representing IWC, Pegasus Kid, Too Cold Scorpio, and Tito Santana taking on Jerry Estrada, La Parca, and Blue Panther from AAA. So the runtime for this one ends up running 14 minutes and 58 seconds. And nothing screams IWC like having free freelancers represent your goddamn company in a 6-man tag. Because none of those free guys were on the IWC roster for very long at the time of this pay-per-view.
Nobody was on the
IWC guys
very long.
ECW right now.
Yeah, it's just bookings from exactly right. It's just bookings from week to week, basically, or month to
because
month.
that's the Puerto Rico Carlos Colon, right? Like Carlos.
That's right. Yeah.
So besides their family, everyone else was just a roving, revolving door of people that would visit Puerto Rico, do a match, have a vacation, and piss off back to the States.
Yeah. Yep. So that's why I laughed when I saw IWC. This is the team IWC. I was like, there's no team IWC.
I laughed because this match was the heavyweight version of the cruiserweight match that we just saw, which was
the version of the minis match.
Minis match that started this freaking event.
And Mr. TL at this point realizes he's just chose 6-man tag.
He chose limbo. He chose limbo.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
Exactly. I was like, man, when I got through my first watch through of this at this point, I'm like, man, is TL on a 6-man tag kick or what's going on here? Because there's a lot of 6-man tags on this thing.
I'll give you the behind the scenes one more time. I Googled what is the best Lucha Libre pay-per-view of all time.
And
This
according
came
to
up.
Meltzer, it's this one.
Apparently, he swayed all the votes because nobody's seen a AAA or CMLL pay-per-view before.
okay,
Because this is the one that came up.
Indulge me. Yeah, go for it, Fraser.
This is why you shouldn't trust Google results. Like you're like, oh, I'm having some chest pains. It's like you're definitely having a heart attack. Like, actually, no, it's acid reflux.
Go to hospital now.
Well, no, this is a occasion where the numbers lie. Because Melcher's the only person in the world that watched this thing and liked
Everyone
the shit out
thinks
of it.
Yeah.
Everybody decided to jump on that bandwagon and put this as the review numbers, the same thing. But anybody who's actually watched this piece of shit understands, oh my God, this is a piece of shit. This is not a historic event after all.
Yeah, this pay-per-view is the cool kid with Oakleys in high school who shows up, wearing Oakleys and his hair is frosted, and then the next day, like 20 people show up to school with their hair frosted and with Oakleys.
No, I would say it's like that TV show that everyone's like, that's the greatest TV show ever made. So you're just like, well, The Wire has to be the best TV show ever made.
Yeah,
and then you watch it and you're like, it's good.
It sucks.
I didn't say it sucked, but
I when I watched The Wire, I was like, this is terrible. I don't like it.
I kind of felt that way because I never watched The Sopranos, and then I started watching The Sopranos.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
I thought The Sopranos was good. That's
I like it.
But I was like,
I love The Sopranos.
Yeah, I didn't really get the hype with it. I don't know.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Same with this match.
Yeah,
mind you, I loved La Parka in this match.
Oh, La Parka was the best highlight of the
I
match.
love La Parka.
Yeah,
that would be me if I was a wrestler and I had a mask, because I would just be this shithead that just starts sweating his own team, and then just a guy he gets hit once and goes, "Oh!" I was laughing so hard. I was like, "This is the best."
You would be La Parka Grande.
Yeah.
No, this was the original
La Parka Canadianese.
No. Craig is La Parka Grande.
La Parka Grande. La Parka extra grande.
El super grande.
Yes.
La Parka and Estrada's feud in this match was the highlight. Everything else was an afterthought. Like the wrestling, I was not paying attention to at all.
Yeah.
Benoit was young and really, I thought he was really, going hard out there.
Oh, he's a standout in this match, yes.
But he's missing charisma at this point.
That's right. He has the Calgary syndrome, which is zero charisma, like great in the ring, but zero charisma. Yeah.
And the Calgary Flames have the opposite of that, which is they're terrible at games, but they have a lot of talk.
A lot of chat, yes. Especially at this time in the mid-90s. But anyway, you talked about that one with La Parka. I've just faked back because I've just been going on YouTube and checking in on that live stream on the WCW YouTube channel that they just keep streaming all the time and that stuff. And they've been showing a bunch of old Thunders and Nitros from like 2000. And they're doing the episodes now where La Parka was having his voice dubbed over, which was stolen from the Kai and Tai bit that was going on at the same time. It's, Skull Daddy into his house.
Nothing is still as funny to me. I watch the clip regularly is when he got squashed by Goldberg in WCW and he like hit him with a chair and then he
started doing his dance,
celebrating dance, speared out of his boots.
So he does the spear. Sorry. He does the spin. He turns around. He gets speared immediately, and his leg goes out.
So. I have to say that all the stuff in the 6-man that we talked about is great, but my favorite part of the 6-man is the square off between and Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold Scorpio to have the wherewithal to like match his weirdness and just be like eye to eye. Oh, it was so good. I was laughing. Was this match very good? I thought it was kind of a schmoz.
It's a schmoz, yeah. It's not the best thing.
But I mean, like his just La Parka, I was like, that match was worth it for me.
Yes.
La Parka stole the show here because he's fighting against his own tag team partner because they're both bad guys, but they hate each other.
Yeah. And we can assume that one of the matches that was cut for time was La Parka versus Jerry Estrada, because that looks like that had they're trying to salvage some sort of storyline out of that.
Yeah,
So,
but they're both Rudels. They're both bad guys.
yeah,
So I don't know
but
who the fans would have cheered.
I don't
for.
know. Yeah.
They
I think
just left
throw him in
poor
there
Blue
anyway.
Panther by himself.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, this match was MVP'd by La Parka
Yes.
and his antics.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the same La Parka that goes to WCW afterwards. So he
So
becomes a
bad
chairman.
news here. Bad news here. Meltzer takes a dip on this one.
Oh.
He goes 3.5 on this one. This
Oh,
one's not as
what
good
a
as
dip.
the
What a
last two.
dip.
This was better than
this
the
one-
previous match. He must not like La Parka, and therefore
He
I
doesn't
don't
like La
Dave
Parka.
Smith.
He does not know what wrestling is or entertainment or fun.
He prefers the dwarf wrestling.
Yeah, apparently. Or he likes Madonna's boyfriend a lot more.
He likes
The
Madonna's
world.
boyfriend. Yeah.
But this, just because I didn't realize that. I thought La Park, like LA Park and La Parka, so I didn't know that. I thought they were like the same guy, same name, but La Parka leaves AAA and goes to WCW. He is forced to change his name to LA Park because it was
That's
a
right.
AAA property, and so there's a new La Parka to this day.
Yeah.
There's a La Parka in AAA that's not the original.
Yeah.
La Parka.
That used to be LA Park because the original La Parka passed away, unfortunately, I think like a year ago or so. Yeah. So
And now there's a new La Parka.
Yeah.
A brand new one. Yeah.
yeah, because WWE owns all the La Parka stuff from WCW, so they're
So
obviously
the Royal
gave it
Rumble
to that
had the
guy.
new one.
This
Yeah.
actually happens quite frequently in Lucha Libre.
Mhm.
One of the most modern examples of that would be Sin Cara, who
Yes.
in
It's like 8
Mexican
guys,
wrestling-
right?
No, well, it was 2.
Okay.
They had Mystico.
Yes.
Mystico was the original. Now he left and he went to the other league. And so they had another Mystico take his place.
Mhm.
Then the other Mystico that left, he became super big. And he
Yes.
went to WWE and he became Sin Cara.
Mhm.
And then the fake Mystico, he ended up taking his place as the other Sin Cara in WWE, who later became Unico.
Mhm.
So that's why they had a Sin Cara versus Sin Cara match, because going all the way back to 10 years previous, there were 2 Mysticos in 2 different companies.
That's right.
And they finally got to have a mask versus mask match in WWE in Mexico as a SmackDown main event.
That's right.
And that's where Hunico got unmasked and became that for his rest of his tenure. Well, no, that's not true. He got unmasked. He became Hunico. Sin Cara remained. That Sin Cara left WWE because he didn't want to be there anymore because he wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And they replaced him with the fake Mystico, who was Hunico.
Yes.
And he was there all the way up until, I think, 7 years ago.
Yes.
When him and not Dragon Lee, Samurai del Sol, Kalisto.
Yeah,
Him and
Kalisto.
Kalisto were the Lucha tag team.
Yeah, Lucha House Party.
Lucha Dragons.
The Lucha, yeah.
Lucha House Party, not Lucha Dragons.
Oh,
Lucha Dragons were Lucha Dragons are Dragon Lee and
Ray Phoenix.
who else? Yeah, Ray Phoenix. That's right. Yeah, I think.
But the point is, this does happen a lot in Mexico, where they have the trademark or whatever of the mask and of the character, so they'll have somebody playing that role and wearing that mask and that outfit, even though the original has gone somewhere else or maybe passed away or retired or whatever.
It's kind of
like
like Suicide in TNA.
Penta
Yes.
Jr. is
Yeah.
not the original Penta.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a third Penta.
Yeah, he's the third Penta.
Yeah, because I know Penta is, well, they call him Penta in WWE, but he's Pentagon.
Pentagon, because his
Yeah, he's
rival is
Octagon's rival.
Octagon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
We'll get there.
Yes.
Speaking of actually, that right now we're going to get. to
We're going to get to it right now. Yeah, great deal. So, but we have to mention too that post match, Estrada and La Parka are still fighting. I don't think they ever stopped fighting. For
So good.
and that's what happened. This is a dark time for WCW because Chris Cruz is also hyping the upcoming Clash of Champions main event with the Free Faces of Fear versus Hogan, Sting, and Dave Sullivan.
Oh, it's not hot.
Just about. It's about a year after this, but yes, we're leading to that. We're on the Dungeon of Doom course at this point, but we have on the heel side of that was of course Kevin Sullivan, John Tenta, Earthquake in WWF as Avalanche in WCW, and the one and only Brutus the Barber Beefcake as the Butcher.
I was just thinking, poor John Tenta. They're just like, you're so big, you're just gonna be like some kind of natural disaster everywhere you go. You're earthquake, now you're avalanche.
And then he was a shark once.
Then he became Shark. He became Shark.
Now you're tsunami. Because if you fell in the ocean, there'd be a tsunami.
And then you're
He's just like, all right, I get it. How much
and then you become Golga.
Yeah, he was Golga in the oddities. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Next match.
It's probably the best match on the card. At least this is the one that I would vote for match of the night, and it's definitely one of the matches I think you have to see before you die.
What?
Yes. This is a 2 out of 3 falls hair versus mask match between
no. Go ahead.
Octagon, El Hijo del Santo, who's they're the technicals in this one, versus the Rudos of Eddie Guerrero and Love Machine Art Barr. So the runtime for this one ends up being where is the runtime? There it is, 22 minutes and 29 seconds. It's 2 out of 3 falls, which is another thing that WCW officials and Turner TV shortened. A lot of these matches were initially drawn up to be 2 out of 3 falls, but this ends up being the only match that goes 2 out of 3 falls on the entire pay-per-view.
It goes more than that because the rules are so screwy compared to what we watch. The rule is it's not just 2 out of 3 falls. A fall is where both members of the tag team have been pinned. That's 1 fall.
It's an elimination. Yeah.
It's an elimination to get to the fall.
Best out of 3 fall.
Yeah.
I agree. The rules were
which is how they did things in Mexico for like the longest time.
This shit made no sense to me. You got to pin one guy and then get the other guy in and pin him. That's 1 fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to do it again.
I feel they got to like they needed to explain that before this match, because again, if this was like
they never did,
if this is Lucha Libre Mexico rules, and like the Mexican fans were like, oh yeah, we know this.
They need the Chiron and the letters and the boards.
1 fall is because if they would have started this, and he's like, all right, now for this next match, like 1 fall is both members of the team have to be pinned for 1 fall, and it's best 2 out of 3. I'd be like, oh okay.
I think they did, like Mike Tenay did, but we don't listen to him because he's so boring.
Yeah.
You know what this event needed?
Listening to the commentary.
This event needed Bobby the Brain Heenan. Especially for the first, we needed him for the first match. Actually, for every match, but especially that first match. Oh God, Bobby would have been gold there.
So the reason why I said this is one of the matches you need to see before you die is because this match has the weird effect to it that it inadvertently shapes pro wrestling over the next, I'm going to say 15 years or so beyond this match. Yes, it does.
Tell us, Lorax, tell us.
Okay, so case in point here, Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr. So Los Gringos Locos, they're walking in as the AAA tag team champions into this match, which ironically, the belts aren't on the line in this too. If you notice, at the end of this match, Santo and Octagon, they keep their masks and that stuff, and Eddie and Art Barr get their hair shaved. But they don't walk out with the tag belts. The tag belts are not on the line in this. They did not.
No.
All right.
No, I think that is a bigger step in like Lucha Libre. It's like, you lose a belt, you lose a belt, but if you lose your mask,
there's no titles on the line tonight.
They're supposed to lose the belts in December in, I think, Mexico City to Santo and Blue Panther. What happens is Art Barr passes away 17 days after this pay-per-view, and AAA decides not to vacate the tag team belts. They're going to retire them. And those belts stay retired until 2008. So from 1995 on to 2008, there is no AAA tag team champions at all because those belts are retired. It's like full stop. Is
that why they have the triples instead?
That's why the trios division is born. Yes. That's a workaround. Okay. All right. So Eddie Guerrero, Art Barr, at this point are in the subject of a huge bidding war between ECW, WWF, and WCW. So most likely that December pay-per-view is going to be their last show for AAA. What ends up happening. Eddie ends up signing with ECW because after Art passes away, the offers from WCW and WWF get pulled off the table. Paul Heyman, who's watching the pay-per-view, still wants Eddie Guerrero, so he signs Eddie Guerrero. That's where Eddie Guerrero first starts as a part-timer in ECW, and then he builds up the fan, as one of the good guys in '95 in ECW and that stuff, and leads to a full-time thing, leads to the Dean Malenko feud, which gets both of them signed by WCW, et cetera, et cetera. So with that leading into it, now there's little idiosyncrasies in the match that you see later on throughout the career. Like Art Barr's finish at this time is the frog splash.
He invented that.
He invented the frog splash, yes.
Eddie Guerrero continued to do it as a tribute to him.
As a tribute. After Eddie passes away, how many number of wrestlers still use the frog splash as a finish, as a tribute, right?
I think we're up to 25.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
It's a common finisher.
So this one match in this one card is kind of like the Kevin Bacon in wrestling. It's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, where you can trace everything back to perhaps this moment.
So it's a very significant match.
Another thing too, Art Barr at this time is experimenting with a loose cannon character. Who does it about a 2-year time period later?
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman, yeah.
Disco Inferno. Yep.
And everything leads back to Disco Inferno. Yes. So that's what I'm saying is that this innocuous little 2 out of 3, well, not innocuous, but it's this match here is kind of a lot of what happens after in pro wrestling is kind of leads back to this moment almost, just either inadvertently or advertently for the timeline, which is kind of it's wild to me. That kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Well, this crowd was very hot.
They're hot,
for Santos and for Octagon, because they're two of the biggest, like, kind of lucha libres, I think, historically, like two of the biggest, not the biggest, but like.
Well, El Santo is the biggest wrestling character of all time if you take into numbers and internationally.
He's also a Hollywood star.
Is that this Santo or is it his?
No, his dad.
No, his dad.
The son of Santo.
Yeah, because Hijo del Santo was son of Santo.
Yeah,
Hijo del Santo. Yeah,
like you would be El Hijo del Fraser, son of Fraser.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Interesting.
So
there you go. But like another thing too, Art Barr, who's on the Rudo side, his disciple, he was a disciple and a young boy for Roddy Piper in the 1980s. So he learned a lot of how to generate heat and how to wrestle as a villain from Roddy Piper when Roddy was in Portland. So yeah, absolutely. And Roddy considered Art a good friend and so on, and was trying to help him out with his career, right? So
I guess the thing is everybody saw that they were thinking Art Barr was going to be the Shawn Michaels of that group.
Yes, absolutely.
And that Eddie Guerrero was just going to be like the technical wrestler guy.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman saw through that and saw that even without Art Barr there, that Eddie Guerrero was still going to be something big.
Yes.
He was right.
That's right. Absolutely. And definitely so. But in an alternate universe, as Paul's shaping ECW in 95, you have Los Gringos Locos versus Public Enemy. You have Los Gringos Locos versus the Pitbulls. You have Los Gringos Locos versus even the Gangsters. New Jack and Mustafa. The Dudleys maybe even leaving or later on too. Yeah. Like I mean,
who's Saturn and the other guy? Who are they?
Oh, the Eliminators.
The Eliminators,
Yeah, they don't come until like 96, I think. So that's still way down the line.
Oh, really? All they have is just their finisher.
Yeah, finisher.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Things could have been, you can go, you could do endless,
what if Owen didn't die? We could have had Owen Angle, which I would have paid money to see.
Would have been phenomenal, yes.
And like
you could have had Owen Eddie, and that would have been incredible.
Eddie.
Oh, that would have been
great. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was very impressed with Art Barr in this match, and I thought, like, if you can go through all the what ifs and stuff, like what if he did go to ECW with Eddie? What if they both went to WWE eventually? Could Art Barr been a bigger star and like that ruthless aggression.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing watching
No, they would have been
this
there in
is-
WWF '95. They would have been fighting the garbage man.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're a little bit, that's the only thing. They'd be a little bit small for the Fed at that point. But the only issue with Art Barr at this point is he was in WCW in 1990 and he got fired because of a sexual assault conviction.
Oh,
So,
Never
it would have
mind.
been- yeah, so it would have been kind of to bring him back, right? So, but he had like no history in WWF, obviously, and Paul had no qualms about bringing him in anyway because ECW was the island of misfit toys at that point anyway. So,
We're starting superstars with Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr in the ring, and here comes the Godwins. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, hold on. At that time in '95, wouldn't they have been wrestling against all the tag teams that were in Smoky Mountain Wrestling?
That too. That could have been an option as well for him. Like,
they would have had the Thrill Seekers, and
the point being is that they were looking at
Heavenly
leaving Mexico and
Heavenly
going
Bodies,
to
rock and
North
roll.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
rock
Smokey
and
could have
roll.
been yes, Smokey could have been an option too. I haven't heard Cornette say one way or another if he had looked at booking those guys at that point, but I'm sure he was probably paying attention to what was going on. But there we go. But as for the match itself, the 2 out of 3 falls step with the eliminations on each fall, it kind of carries the it carries the bit of, okay, this is needlessly long. What's going on here? But another thing too that I forgot that happens is Octagon gets stretchered out in this match. He doesn't finish this thing.
no, that was a work though.
That's a work, dude.
Yeah, it's a work because he was supposed to come back during the December big show and be the guy that cost Conan the title to Pero Aguayo, which we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Hey,
But-
can we
I was
talk
gonna
about?
say-
No, go
Sorry, I
ahead.
was going to say that also had to be a work just because of the absolute terrible job they did of supporting his spine
yeah.
the entire time. Where he's just
I mean,
bouncing
I didn't
apart.
question it because I heard AAA's medical care isn't the best to begin with.
No,
Oh,
they kind of just they patch people up and send them back out. That's it. You hurt? Here's some duct tape. There you go.
it's like the NFL.
Pull that arm long.
That's such a funny racist double standard. It's like, oh, of course they're gonna do that because they're Mexican. Wait, what?
So their teeth are going to be immaculate, but the rest of their body is just like that. So
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
can we talk about how Octagon is a shitty wrestler?
yes, let's because he is.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. Oh my God, his name is Octagon because of the movie Octagon, where he's a fan of Chuck Norris.
And he's dressed
And
like
Mike Tenay says this, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me! You just killed him.
he's dressed like Sasuke for some odd reason, like a ninja. It's like
Yeah,
okay,
because
dude.
it's all martial arts, and he's supposed to be
guess.
a martial arts wrestler who doesn't know anything about martial arts,
Yeah.
and he's a garbage wrestler.
I do like there's a couple points in the match where he like walks in to break up a pin and he just like casually walks in and just goes, ah! Just kicks it. I was like, what?
Just full board. That's it. So, yeah.
It's a
So-
good thing that he got escorted out of the ring, right? Yeah, just
Yeah.
let Santos finish this match.
Yeah.
Just-
Absolutely. I also like the fact that the whole feud around this match is my dad could beat up your dad.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
It is.
well, because they mentioned that Santo
Because
and
Gory
Guerrero
and
was a tag team.
Santo tagged together and that stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
they had the
that's-
feud
no.
that broke them apart. So
Mike Tenay says this again, and I caught that. Eddie Guerrero's dad was a wrestler.
Yeah.
El Hijo de Santos' dad is a wrestler.
Yeah.
Art Barr's dad was a wrestler.
That's right. Yeah,
he said
Art Barr's second
the
generation.
only
Octo.
non-multi-generational wrestler in that match was Octagon.
Shit. I was like, all he does is kicks and then puts him in like a weird looking like chimera submission. It's not an actual
Yeah.
chimera.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna put my balls in your face and you're gonna tap.
So, but man, Art Barr in this match just an absolute heat magnet. He goes out. There's that one figure they're outside of the ring in the aisle, and he starts swimming, and it's just the entire crowd is just boo. The implication being, of course, the whole immigration thing over the Rio Grande River was happening at that point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's basically acting out, calling them a wetback.
You're think back to your mid '90s, American history there. So
being
that's
heel.
exactly what was going on. Yeah,
Being a heel.
absolutely. So, and also post match, I have to laugh at Chris Cruz breaking news during a pay-per-view because he's like, yes, breaking news today. The fans they needed to pick me up because Ronald Reagan announced that he has Alzheimer's today and he's a great Californian. And it's like,
The fans are sad.
the CNN news break. What's going on here?
Well, it's a WCW, which goes through
It
TBS,
is.
it goes through Ted Turner, so they got to get a little CNN in there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
We're
the price of
we're gonna
being.
lower the flags in this arena right now for Ronald Reagan.
He wasn't dead from Alzheimer's at this point. He had just been diagnosed that day with Alzheimer's, apparently. There we go.
Yes, Ronald Reagan, who disenfranchised hundreds of thousands of Latino Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
Good
really
Lord.
miss him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, well, anyways, this match
The
itself
world
is
Just say no.
We can't even focus on this match. That's how match we don't care about this match.
yeah, that's the thing, is that it is so distracting, the rules and what's going on, that I recognize there is good wrestling here, but good Lord, is it a mess.
Yeah.
The elimination pin tag, 2 out of 3 falls with 2 referees doesn't make any sense.
No, and I almost wonder how hard it was for the guys to actually work in the ring that night with two extra bodies like an extra body in the ring that you have to try to avoid. And it's like, come on, get him out of there.
But guess what, Dave Meltzer? This is his rare 1990s to 2000s 5-star match.
5-star match, I guarantee you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a
Because-
good match. It wasn't a 5-star match.
I almost wonder if now retrospectively people look through it with rose-colored glasses because of all the stuff that happens around this match, and
that's well and
the
good,
match
but
itself.
Meltzer was rating these live.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know what? This match, Shawn Michaels Undertaker, hack compared to what we just saw today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest atrocity he has done is a few years ago is when he went back and he revised the 5-star rating system. So he was giving Matt to equal because he gave Okada and Omega the 6 stars. So he wanted
And he
to
broke his
put things
rules.
more on that. Yeah. So he wanted to adjust his rules parameters. So it's like, man, just
Will
do
Ospreay
you. That's
has
it.
Will Ospreay has 29 5-star matches in the last 4 years.
And not
that's
one
a
of
little
them
much.
have I given a shit about.
That's a little bit much, yeah. But I still stand by the fact that this is one of the matches you have to see before you die because, like I said, of all the stuff around it that this inadvertently leads to or is determinants of.
Well, hold on. That
It
being
kind of
said,
shapes the modern
I
scene.
wouldn't say Eddie didn't move the needle until the 2000s.
No, but you have to start somewhere. Like this is Eddie's Ring of Honor.
okay, but
you
no,
know?
no. What I'm saying is this a match you have to see, or can you just read about it?
You can just read about it. If you want to see
See,
an Eddie
read.
match before he was Eddie Guerrero, this would be a match to watch.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I'm like, is this one that you have to watch before you die? I don't think so. You can just read about it in Wikipedia and then watch better matches with him in it.
Whatever.
I do know how like they
One man's opinion versus 2 men. So there we go.
they eventually shave Eddie's head later.
Mhm.
They show that, but like
Yes.
I do like before that though. It just looked like how both of them got decent haircuts.
Yeah.
I was
Well, they
like,
were
actually,
going
you know
to
what,
hairs
both of
long
them
and
look
stuff
all
like
right.
that,
Like, little fresh cut, you know, like it'll
Yeah.
grow back, not
Ooh.
that.
I can see a bowl cut on a pole match in the future.
That's not on our pole, but
Oh, God. I also found it funny that they had to cut their own hair.
yeah, cut my hair, and he's yelling at him, just cut my hair. He's like, I don't want to.
So the
Yeah,
reason
so Art
why,
cuts Eddie's hair and Eddie has to cut Art's hair. I'm like, what the hell?
there's no barbers there's no butcher with hedge
Or
clippers,
the other
you know.
team gets the honor of doing it and give
Yeah.
them a wacky haircut. Nope, none of that.
Because I guess they haul Octagon out, so Blue Panther kind of inadvertently at the end of it, or advertently, I guess, ends up being the subsequent tag team partner of Santo, right? So,
No, was
so
this-
it's
Was this the original Octagon, or was there another copycat?
This is
one's
original
original Octagon.
Otherwise, he would have been Octagon Junior.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Octagon the third.
So explain to me the lineage now from that Octagon to today's Penta.
Octagon and Pentagon are rivals.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Octagon remains Octagon for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They get Junior in there, and then they get Octagon like the third and the fourth and the fifth. It's the same
Yeah.
like Tiger Mask in Japan.
Yeah.
Every time that they changed.
Yeah, there's still an Octagon on the current AAA roster.
No,
Right.
not anymore.
No.
No, Pentagon WWE is considered their Penta now.
No, I meant Octagon, not Pentagon.
Oh, Octagon. No, they have an Octagon. The fourth.
They have
right now,
they have
yes.
an Octagon
Yeah.
in AAA because he was on the first Worlds Collide. That was the
Yes.
reboot here.
Right,
about
but
a
he
year
might be
ago or
like
so.
number 4.
He is
And
number
at
4.
some,
He's not
and
being
at some
featured.
point, they just reset and let you be number 1 again because too much time has passed and there's too many numbers.
Yes.
It's kind of just at their discretion.
El Heel, Del Heel, Del Heel, Del Heel, Del.
Right.
El Villain number 7.
Yeah, once you get to like,
And then that one ends up just being a mini. So it's El Heel, Del Heel, Del Heel, Del Heel, Del Octagon Cito.
yeah. Oh, God. The son of the son of the son of the little Octagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And he's 7'4" and like 600 pounds.
I gotta say, I've never seen the original Pentagon wrestle. I've only seen this current Pentagon.
Yeah.
Who's Pentagon
Yeah.
Junior.
Penta
Mhm.
Junior, yeah.
So I've never seen the original wrestle Octagon.
Penta Zero Mirror.
I don't know if I want to see it after watching this.
He just kicks him back.
two Mexican guys playing kung fu inside of a wrestling ring. I don't know.
It's like that. It's like that math rock band from Quebec with the masks that have taken over the internet and all they do is grunt at each other in between. Engin de Poitrain.
Those guys are wild.
They're sick. I love them. It's so much fun. I love their music. It's great. Yeah, so we go right to our main event. So our main event is the cage match. Not for anything. It's just a cage match between Perro Aguayo and Conan. And the runtime for that one is 17 minutes and 50 seconds with Perro Aguayo defeating Conan. And this goes back to the beginning of the podcast where I said AAA's roster at this time is this weird mixture of young up-and-coming kids who want the top spot and old established veterans that are hell-bent on keeping their top spot.
Yeah.
Perro Aguayo is about 45 years old here and long past
What?
his
I thought he was like 60.
Yeah.
They age different back then, let me tell you.
I don't know why. I just had this thought. I was like, he looks like 2 other wrestlers. And I realized, I said, he kind of looks like the love child of Antonio Inoki and Jimmy
No,
Snuka.
You know who he looks like?
It's just like, this is the weirdest thing.
You know who he looks like? Remember back in like the early 2000s, CZW brought in this old 80-year-old guy named Gypsy Joe. He looks like Perro Aguayo. So, but anyway, Gypsy Joe was apparently a guy that
he looks older than Greg Valentine.
Hey, wait a second. Didn't Gypsy Joe get stabbed by New Jack?
By Nick Gage. Or was it New Jack? I think it was New Jack. Yeah, you're right.
It sounds more like New Jack.
That's New Jack. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Jack likes to stab people.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
like to stab people.
But yeah, so
Like stab people.
He
So-
likes to stab people.
I have a bone to pick about this match.
Oh, me too.
So
Lots of bones.
I'll air my grievances first. It's a cage match, but WCW, Turner Productions, whatever, decide to basically copy the WWF's rules set for cage matches. So instead of doing a pinfall in the ring, no. It's the first person to escape the cage and go out to the outside and put both feet on the floor. The purpose of the cage match is to stop outside interference from getting in and keeping the two wrestlers that are feuding in the ring to battle to an absolute finish, a definitive victory, pinfall, submission, knockout, whatever. Why do companies in the 90s and in the 2000s, early 2000s, insist on doing this stupid over the top and both feet hit the floor rule?
Oh, I'll
still
tell
hap-
you.
Dumb.
it still happens today. Didn't Jesse Ventura complain about this a month?
He
year
went
ago?
out the door.
At like the second Saturday
goes
night's
out
main
the
event on
door.
this current reboot. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't go out the door. It's a cage match.
What a chicken that guy. Damian Priest is.
No, because this is what happens when you have people that take over wrestling who never watched wrestling previously, and their only exposure to it is what they've seen on the big stage in WWF.
Oh, it's the Hulk. We'll do the same thing that the Hulk did with Bundy at WrestleMania
Exactly.
2.
They think that's what a cage match is because they haven't seen
Same
their
building,
own
but-
product.
Yeah.
And they locked the door in this one, so the only way to win is to actually go over the top. Which doesn't, by the way, stop anybody from helping throughout this match with brass knuckles and other weapons being thrown over the goddamn top of the cage.
Yeah, what the
Oh,
hell
and
is
by the way, Paraguayo was one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen main event anything.
Because he's about 80 years old here.
He
He
is.
tried to do a move to Conan in which he ended up on the top of his neck doing a simple flip. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell just happened?
I also like that he kept going for pinfalls too.
Yeah. And there are none.
I kept thinking that Paraguayo would have been like old Spanish Stu Hart in there. Yeah, come here.
Yeah, he reminded me of old Stu Hart, to be honest.
And Conan's just like, why am I in the ring with this
Yeah.
old man?
Bro,
Yeah.
he couldn't hit the rope straight. He was taking curves and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, you can eventually see why Conan decides to leave AAA in '96 is because of BS like this.
Working
But there
with
you
this
go.
guy.
Working with this guy. Yeah, that's right. you could be the star of as many Latina novellas and soap operas that you
Hey, by
can
the
and
way,
make all the money with that. But
Was
Shit,
Conan
it's not
already
worth it.
Max Moon in WWF yet? Or
he had
not
already
yet?
done his maximum
Yeah.
stint. Yes,
Oh,
that
Lord.
punishment was up.
I just also want to point out right after he jumps out of the cage and he wins this match, I thought it was so funny how they just cut him on the floor.
So
And he's just like, oh,
His comeback was
yeah!
his comeback was terrible.
Ah,
yeah,
Viva Mexico!
Yeah. You can-
he's doing the Chewbacca celebration for Return of the Return of the Jedi. Yeah,
This looks like this old man that's so disoriented. They're like, what are you doing out of your bed? Go back to the hospital room. And he's like,
yeah, exactly.
I
So-
do not understand. This guy was getting a cheer by the crowd like he was friggin' Ric Flair.
this guy,
Yeah.
And he's the worst.
he was so over. He
Yeah.
was so over with this crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how is this happening? Why is this happening?
It was so good.
Yeah.
There's like legit fan heat going on. Like Conan, they hit the crowd because
They want to
Oh,
kill Conan.
God,
and
yeah,
Eddie.
absolutely. Yeah.
it looked
Yeah,
like they were
because-
like getting something back from the fan. Like the fan
The,
took something.
the fans want to rip into Los Gringos Locos because they're outside the ring. Because don't forget, Madonna's boyfriend is out there again too. So Spicoli is out there.
Okay,
Again. Yeah.
can we also talk about how there was the point where
Picture.
the match is over. The match is over. Paraguayo
Oh, okay.
drops the suitcase. And he
Yeah.
just runs up and he just hits
Throws it out.
Madonna's boyfriend. And the Madonna's boyfriend just turns around like, who the fuck? And then sees that it's Paraguayo and goes, oh, and starts selling his back. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got me. Because at first I was like, who the fuck hit me with a suitcase?
Well, it was an
And then he
empty
does it to
suitcase.
Eddie. And Eddie's turns around like, I'm not selling this. Fuck
Eddie's not even corpsing at this point. He's
Eddie's
just smiling
I
at him
think
like,
Eddie is frustrated and done.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it was so
Yeah.
funny.
Well, he's frustrated because they just did the frickin' launch for the December pay-per-view that never happens. So he's frustrated that, oh, this is going poorly off this launch, and this is supposed to be such a heated, end of it, right? That's
And I'm sure he didn't want to cut his hair either because he grows it long
No.
again.
yeah. That's the. And by the time he hits his debut match in ECW, that mullet is back. So, so
Hey,
I mean,
by the way,
it's-
can we also talk about how Conan gets some brass knuckles in this fight and it does not knock the man out?
yeah, Paraguayo has
Size of his head. A bigger head than me.
has all the HP.
Yeah, the one shot when Conan was grinding his skull into the cage and you saw that nasty gash.
yeah. Yeah. That
Did
was
you also
gross.
see when Paraguayo stopped like feeding him into the cage and Conan just hit himself into the cage a couple
Yeah.
times?
Yep.
So this is This is my Simpsons reference of the entire match. So, Los Grenos Locos, they're in a picture-in-picture. They're watching what's happening in the ring and that stuff. And it's Eddie and Luis Piccoli. They see what's happening. They take off. They run through the back, and we see they cut away to the back and that stuff, and they run out to ringside. They throw a Coke at Pero, who's trying to climb out of the top of the cage, right? What's with the souvenir jacket gang that hits the ringside?
That's the rest of Pero Aguayo's group.
The Dynamite Brothers? Was that?
Yeah. There's the two of them plus Pero Aguayo or the Dynamite Brothers who come out to help because the Rudos had 3 guys out there already.
Yeah, he needed a save.
Los souvenir jaquitos hit the ringside. And there's my Simpsons reference right there. And they fight off. I'm like, who are these people? just random people from the Hard Rock Cafe show up, and
then Pero does a body slam, an elbow, and wins. I'm like,
yes,
that's the comeback.
That's the finish. This thing, okay.
I also want to point out, you said how old is Pero Aguayo in this match?
45.
Okay. Oh my god.
He wrestles like he's 70.
I want you to know something. You know who's 45 years old right now and still wrestles?
Randy Orton.
Claudio.
Oh, Claudio. Yeah.
Claudio. Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
The Miz.
The Miz, yeah.
Pero Aguayo. 45 was a very different age back in 1990, whatever this was.
Yeah, 1994, 45 years old. It's a lot different than 2026.
When your diet is tequila and cigars.
I was going to say, what was he eating, But let me check that. I don't know. 1994.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in 1946. He was 48.
48, okay. They said 45 on the broadcast, so they're lying.
They had to lie to cover how old he really was.
48 right now.
They just shaved off 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, Pero Aguayo.
Yeah. So yeah. So there we go. That's so like again, post-match, the ringside's a full riot after this match. Dude, people are just fighting in the front row for no apparent reason.
Eddie Guerrero looked like he threw a punch at a fan.
Yeah, he threw a punch at a fan because a fan hit him in the stomach, I think, and almost doubled him over. So he turned around and just decked somebody in the front row.
And then commentary kind of just closes like, I guess that's it. Thanks, guys.
Because so Chris Cruz was supposed to have an interview with somebody in the back. I think it was Art Barr. And he was going to run to the back to interview Art Barr, and then Mike Tenay's waiting, and he's like, "Well, I guess that's it, folks. We'll see you next time."
Don't forget to check out WCW Flair versus Hogan.
Yeah,
champions,
the Clash of Champions with the Avalanche,
because
the Butcher and Kevin Sullivan versus Hogan and his gang of.
They kept promoting it throughout the night, and everyone kept ignoring it because no one has brought it up yet.
Yeah.
That's because Mike Tenay's so quiet.
That's right. So, but that's the pay-per-view more than a nutshell. That's it. So
that was your selection.
That's your selection right there.
That was.
Mm-hmm. I'm disappointed in you because I was.
Hey, I gave you 2 matches in your lifetime that you have to see. One from Japan and this one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So.
Also, main event, Meltzer gave it 3.5 stars.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it was his weakest match of the night.
What did he give the entire card?
He doesn't rate cards.
Oh, he doesn't rate cards as matches? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. But anyways, we rate the entire card now at this point.
Yes, we do. We do that.
We do. We give this the rating out of 10. So who wants to start with that? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10? Okay.
We've seen worse lately.
Yeah, we have seen worse lately. Yes. I mean, we've watched pay-per-views where people are legit killed during the pay-per-view. We've seen pay-per-views where just the matches suck. We've seen pay-per-views where people in banana costumes get flipped off the top cages. So. Oh, and I'll tell the Undertaker right now to rest in peace. We'll go with Fraser. What are you giving the show out of 10 here?
I'm giving it a 4 out of 10, and that's mostly because of La Parka.
La Parka brings the ratings. Yes,
Yep.
LA Park. Gotta love the LA Park. So there we go. I will, just to change things up, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 because
How is this possible?
I still think that hair versus hair match is historically significant. Historically
match?
significant.
The mask versus hair.
The hair versus mask match. Yeah.
Your rubric makes no sense, good sir.
I think it's historically significant.
If there's 5 matches and one of them gets a perfect, that's only 2 points.
Exactly. That's how marking works.
I think our point system is basically like whose line is it anyway? The point.
I rated,
It's like, I feel this.
I rated this event 14 Ryan Styles.
TL, what do you give this pick?
I'll agree with the house. This is a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
Mostly for the entertainment that is La Parka.
Mhm.
To see a young Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
To see a quite a hot crowd for Lucha Libre.
Yeah, the crowd's hot throughout. Like, there's no dead pause spots. For
And I guess the historical significance of this is what AEW looks like.
well, eventually
In terms
morphs
of the
into-
triples matches, and everything's a Hurricane Rana, and everything's a flip, and everything is a plancha and a tope suicida. All this, like that, the second match with the one with Rey Mysterio, that's basically what AEW looks like.
this becomes the first hour of Monday Night Television for about 3 years or 4 years. Basically, this style. So,
Can I also add something?
which leads to today's style.
I want to add something for the kind of maybe the historical aspects of this pay-per-view in particular. Because I just reading this on Wikipedia, but
Yeah,
there's a lawsuit because of this pay-per-view.
I was going to get to that. Yes,
Oh,
I was going to get to that.
So
Go
if
for
you-
it.
Okay, so Eastern Championship Wrestling,
Yeah.
they had promoted When Worlds Collide in May 1994 because this event would have been in November of 94.
Yeah. So the May 94 one was Eastern Championship Wrestling wrestlers versus, I think, National Wrestling Alliance wrestlers. So NWA wrestlers.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
So the Eastern Championship Wrestling, they sued WCW for a copyright infringement because of this over the use of When Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
They settled this case out of court. And as part of that settlement, WCW agreed to supply 3 of its contracted wrestlers for ECW in November 18th of 1994, which would eventually stick. Those 3 wrestlers were Kevin Sullivan, Gary Martel, and some guy named Steve Austin.
But he's replaced. He ends up being replaced by Brian Pillman, and that's the first time Pillman and Paul E worked together. Yeah. And then,
Hey,
but
Paul Heyman, use Kevin Sullivan and put him in a fun match.
But obviously Austin and Heyman still have each other's numbers from when they worked together in WCW, and then later on in '95, Austin gets fired, and we get the whole rise and fall of ECW bit with Austin and and Heyman with the impression.
Steve Austin's only in ECW for like 4 months. It's barely anything.
Yeah,
And he
exactly.
goes back to be the ringmaster, and then that doesn't really work. And then he's at home with his wife at the time, who was English, and she's like, drink your tea, Steve, before it gets stone cold. He's like, what? Stone cold? Like, tea before you get stone cold. And he's like, stone cold? Stone cold, Steve Austin. The rest is it.
It's such a weird dynamic.
Good thing she didn't say Rotten Onion, because he would have been Rotten Onion Steve Austin.
Rotten onions, Steve Austin. I came to town, peeled some onions. They were rotten. Instead of what, it would have been how.
The bad egg, Steve Austin.
The bad egg.
The bad egg.
Instead of what, just how. How.
Ow.
Oh, I'm just picturing if he went with bad egg, they could have done like an egghead gimmick with him, like the 60s Batman.
I'm Steve Austin. I got some bad eggs with me.
Bad.
I also love how bad egg and rotten onion are all British food.
I'm hanging out at the Broken Egg Ranch with 2 solid ass cats.
Spotted Dick Steve Austin.
Spotted Dick Steve Austin.
Spotted Dick. It's not a euphemism for my penis that has diseases. It's Spotted Dick the food. I really like Spotted Dick. It's good.
Yes, absolutely. So, but anyways, all right. So that concludes the formal portion of the podcast itself. Do we want to get into some? We've had some viewer submitted questions about modern wrestling. We can hit on about 2 or 3 of them before we go off the air that showed up in the chat here. So we had DJ Love watching earlier. So had a question. I'm not sure if you know much about WWE currently or whatever, but what are your thoughts about Ryback? And do you think Ryback should return for a big event? I guess
No.
instead of WrestleMania, but whatever. I'd say no. We don't need him. I'd say honestly no.
Good
You don't need
sir,
Ryback at all.
Ryback is a terrible wrestler who is dangerous in the ring, who hurts people, who only gets over when they pipe in his chant of "Feed me more."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, nobody needs him. There's a reason that AEW never picked him up. TNA never picked him up. He never went to Japan and got over or did anything. He's useless. He's washed up, and let him be.
Age would be an issue now too.
Rob Van Goldberg. That's what he was.
Rob Van Goldberg. Yeah. He's he had a solid run. That's basically it. I mean, go back to critiquing online and just stay there. That's it.
He's not a Hall of. He's done his time.
Yeah. He also the same individual asked about thoughts on Gunther, the ring general. To be honest, I really don't have respect for him. I'm not sure if it's currently or whatever. I would assume currently.
Bret Hart, is that you?
Maybe.
Can't believe his favorite wrestler is Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg
ended my career.
Bill Goldberg, yes.
No good son of a bitch, Bill Goldberg.
I don't know. Gunther is a very good wrestler that you could pop into any era and he would be a perfect heel.
Yes.
You could put him in against Bruno Sammartino. You could have put him in against Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin. It doesn't matter. He would have been a great heel.
The problem is I don't see him as a face in a main event scenario.
That's fine.
He doesn't need to be. Why does he need to be a face?
Not everyone needs to be Big Show.
That's a good point. Exactly. If you keep him as a heel, then I guess you're safe. It's if you try to wedge him in as a face somewhere down the line.
Nick Bockwinkel was never a baby face.
No, of course not. Well, not until he gets to WCW as a commissioner, and then he's just whatever. But
Triple H is basically a lifelong heel. They only cheered him when he came back from quad surgery, and then they booed him literally the next week.
Well,
They
they
liked
cheered
him
him
when he was
DX
the lame
too,
when he
but-
was lame DX Triple H, like the cool dad, Hey, what's up? I'm cool Triple H.
Those DX runs on Raw in 06 and 09, they kind of cheered the hell out of him. But
We were laughing at him, not with him.
Yeah, we were laughing at him. He was never cool. Triple H.
Hey guys, I'm 49 years old. Suck it.
Suck it, Perro Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio DX. Come on. Viva la Mexico.
So that's it. Did I have one on that showed up? Something showed up in my private messages on Twitter. I'm just going to grab it that I was saving for tonight. Somebody came in. So let's see. I think Dustin sent me on something on Twitter here. Oh, basically asking, So this is from my buddy Dustin on Twitter. Sent in a question, basically asking on the stadium, the pivot for TKO to run stadiums, and if he thinks that's a residual effect of ticket prices right now for WWE going up, and that they're thinking that every event now is based on what they make with the inflated prices at events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, etc. That tickets such as the upcoming WWE Summer House Tour through Canada, especially through Alberta, that they can charge. I think I saw somewhere it's $120 or something like that per ticket to get in.
What kind of seat are you getting with that?
I think this is the upper decks is 120.
Fuck that.
I'm not going. No.
It's like concert pricing almost.
It gives it's more of a commentary, even some of the effects of late stage capitalism and stuff.
Yeah,
I feel that something like pro wrestling, it's one of those mediums that it works better not in a small venue, right? Because it can work in a small venue. It could work in the Hammerstein Ballroom with ECW and stuff like that. But I think it works.
You can do wrestling in a school gymnasium. You can do pro wrestling in a football stadium. Yeah.
I remember going to so I've only been to a couple of wrestling shows with you guys, actually, and then I went to Backlash in 2004 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was such an intimate feeling being in Rexall at Backlash, even though Rexall's a smaller building, that place felt huge. And the crowd
was sold out. It was a sold out show
in there.
I was there. Yeah, it was fantastic.
It was a fun night.
And I think Ty, were you there too?
Backlash,
no, I didn't go to
04?
Backlash.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
But yeah, three of us. Like I remember that was boom. I was crazy. And I remember going to see an Elks game and halftime show during the game. Samoa Joe came out. Actually,
it was Samoa Joe, Al Snow, I think.
And he wrestled some local guys.
And, that's true. Yeah.
And I remember seeing they had the ring set up kind of in the corner near the end zone during halftime. And I just remember I was like, it was like some pretty cool moves and stuff, but like it I don't know, it just didn't seem the same. I think there's something lost in when you're in those big stadiums. I think there's why a game like football or watching World Cup football, like FIFA,
Soccer.
that like it's a reason it's played on such a big pitch, and that's why a stadium is used. Whereas I think wrestling, because it's a ring, and sometimes it needs to be a bit more intimate, not small, but just a bit like an arena feels a little bit more contained a little bit. I just feel that the stadiums, I mean, unless you get maybe like a crowd like the Ric Flair Inoki match in North Korea, but that was like once.
They were forced to be there. They weren't there willingly.
I just feel that the reason why you have all these big stadium events, it's like, it's because they want to sell more tickets. They want to get more money. They want more. It's just about revenue, profit. Yeah. And I feel that, I don't think you have a better showing in, Lincoln Stadium in Philly for WrestleMania. Yeah. But, I think it's better off to have it in like Madison Square Garden. I mean, like that's probably still like the
okay.
What about Brian's backyard with 7 people?
Backyard backyard wrestling, but I do think that if you were to say Craig, where would you if I had to pick a venue, if I had to make my own pay-per-view, where would I put the venue? To me, I'm like the for what I think is the holy grail of wrestling venues, it probably would be Madison Square Garden for me.
Okay. Fair enough. TL, your counterpoint?
I think we're mixing vocabulary here because when you said stadium, Mr. Nitro, what were you referring to? A 20,000 seat indoor arena or a soccer stadium?
The original question was, do you think that that WWE is basing their current, he means TKO, but TKO is basing their current ticket pricing on what the gates are for WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, like the big stadium shows, and thinking that effect trickles down to the smaller arenas and that stuff, so they can charge practically the same, if not just slightly less, but still that same exorbitant
and Mr.
amount.
Fraser, for you, an arena, a coliseum, a stadium, what is Madison Square Garden?
I would say Madison Square Garden is an arena.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm thinking like an outdoor, I'm thinking of like MetLife Stadium.
Okay.
Yes,
that is the stadium.
That's what I'm.
Yeah. So that's my distinction is a stadium is an outdoor arena where you play baseball or soccer,
or
and
football.
That's right, and that's like a 30 to 60,000 seater with a roof.
Yeah.
An arena is where you play hockey and basketball. That's your 20,000 type of thing. Coliseum is an arena. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Basically.
And so I've seen wrestling where there was only maybe 50 people in a casino. And that is a very intimate setting. And that is an awesome venue. It is an awesome venue because when you get 50 people cheering, it sounds like a full out arena.
Yes. Yeah. And it all depends on the match quality.
I mentioned, I said you can like a smaller, like a Hammerstein ballroom, or a smaller venue. That can still be rocking, and wrestling, I think, works in more intimate.
But that being said, Mr. Nitro, you've been in an all out stadium and watched the WrestleMania
multiple times. Yep.
And
3
that
times
in itself is pretty crazy too, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's got its own vibe to it for sure. And then, you know, that was the fun part back in the late 2010s, I should say. To your point, TL, and to your point, Dustin, who sent the question in, that was the point of Mania Week back in the day, was you could afford a ticket package that WWE would sell you that wouldn't break the bank. They had different, you know, tiers that you could go and experience it. And your accommodations were set because it was through WWE. You could go, you know, a few days prior, add to the existing hotel stay, you know, by a couple nights or whatever on either side, and go check out some independent stuff while you're in the WrestleMania city and that stuff. You could go and check out Shimmer women's athletes like 2 days out from WrestleMania if you wanted to, or you could go and check out, you know, like the WrestleCon stuff or anything like that. You know, and that had, you know, varying attendances from, you know, 650 to upwards to 1,000 people to, you know, that last time I went in New York, I went to go check out Shimmer, and that was in a nightclub in Queens, and that was maybe 700 people. And then later that night, I went to go see New Japan and Ring of Honor at Madison Square Garden, and that was a sellout. That was 19,000. So, I mean, you know, it played to the same room, right? So
my whole thing is, to me, wrestling is like rock and roll, where if you kill it in a pub,
you'll kill it in an arena.
And well, let's say you start in a pub and you kill it in the pub.
Yeah.
And then you go to Old Trafford and you kill it in Old Trafford.
Yeah.
You get the same vindication and the same reaction as that band.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
yeah.
it's whether or not you kill it or not. It doesn't matter the size of the venue. That being said, I think what Fraser, what you're getting on is it's more conducive to kill it in the smaller arenas than it is into the big stadiums. You basically have to earn a big stadium. You can't just jump to a big stadium.
Yeah. No, and the card and the card has to draw for the big stadium. Yeah, exactly. You can't put the same card that you would draw at the community center, obviously, at Commonwealth Stadium. It's not going to draw the same amount of people, right? So.
Yeah, and for the example you said with the Samoa Joe one, that wasn't even a wrestling audience. That was a wrestling event for a football audience.
That's right. Yeah,
exactly.
That's like nowadays when they do the minor hockey like Oil Rumble thing, LPW does every year with the Oil Kings here in town.
They're not there to see wrestling. It's just wrestling happening.
There's a certain section of the crowd that's there for the hockey, and then wrestling happens around the hockey, and then that's it. Yeah.
Like, funny enough, if for one weird ass reason they had SummerSlam in our football stadium, it would sell out.
Yes, absolutely. It would.
You would have a whole bunch of people there to watch wrestling live in a 60,000 seat football arena or football stadium.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if TNA tried to sell out Commonwealth Stadium for
good luck.
pay-per-view,
no, they're not getting the lower bowl.
No.
Well, I think I was taking a long walk around the park to get to the point of, like, I think that I agree with Ty that you know, if you kill it, you can kill it in whatever venue. I don't think the wrestling matches that happen in the arena are bad. It's I think more about that. I think what the question was I think, are they using more of these stadium shows to like up ticket prices and make more profit than
that's the question. Exactly. Are they basing the success of the stadiums saying, okay, we could charge the same at the arenas that we do at the stadiums, or maybe just a little bit less? And
so I'll answer that. I'll answer the question being, they have no right to charge stadium money when they're doing non-televised arena shows. That's bullshit. Because you are not giving us the same product as an outdoor WrestleMania as you're going to do for a 10,000 seat hockey arena that has no television, no fireworks, no ads, no extras.
They'll probably draw about 4,000, 5,000 anyway when they're here. So that's probably the crowd that they're
exactly. But you can't charge you can't charge stadium money for a house show.
Obviously not. No.
And the WWE TKO PR answer to that would be, do not diminish the skill of WWE.
Exactly right.
Regardless of the venue, or regardless of cameras or pyro or not, they put on the same show.
That's right.
They do. They put on the same show in Calgary, in Edmonton, in Lethbridge,
in Regina, in Winnipeg. You got it. They do the same show because it's the same tricks over and over every night, everybody, and there's nothing different. Because nobody wants to get hurt. That's why.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm gonna pay stadium money to go see a match, I want to see Bret Hart Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see at least that main event.
Yeah, I
Maybe
want to see
Punk Reigns.
I was going to say I want to see Punk Roman. I want to see Cody
Otis
Roman
and the Miz. We can do Otis and the Miz for you.
Oh Lord.
See, and that's the thing. See, like I feel like if I pay $250 and I'm in like lower second deck and I'm still kind of like looking down at the small ring, not like a full football team out there on a field, like I'm just looking at this tiny little ring and I'm just like, and I watch, you know, the Miz versus Mr. Iguana. I'm just like, why the fuck am I? Just like, you know, I don't want to.
You're not paying for, you know, you're going to SummerSlam and you're not paying for Brock versus Brock Oba free or something like that, and then you end up seeing, on the undercard, here's a special attraction, WWE versus TNA. We have Mr. Iguana and the Puppet versus Santino Marella and the Cobra, or something, you know.
Basically, what TKO is trying to say is whether you've got Kevin Hart in the Philadelphia Eagles stadium or you get Kevin Hart in a comedy club, you're getting Kevin Hart, so you got to pay Kevin Hart money.
That's right.
My response to that is you guys don't have Kevin Hart right now in the WWE.
Yeah.
You don't have that big ass main attraction that's going to be on those house shows.
Yeah.
I don't think Punk's going to be there. I don't think Roman Reigns is going to be there.
No,
probably.
No.
I don't think maybe Cody Rhodes.
Nah, maybe that's a hard maybe though. I think the main event for like
you're gonna get Finn Balor, so you're gonna get lots of Finn Balor matches.
For something like Edmonton, you'll get like, you know, Seth Rollins versus, you know, maybe Austin Fury or something like that. That would be the main event, you know.
That'll draw money.
That's why I really like going to the TNA show.
It's Caliber we're looking at.
Like, it wasn't that
expensive. TNA was good, but they went the opposite other end of the spectrum of too much wrestling over 2 nights. That's the thing.
I only went to
if you went to night one, you'd think it was great. Sitting through 2 nights of TNA back to back was that was much.
I only did the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
the pay-per-view. I was like,
pay-per-view was awesome though.
Money well spent. I was like, that was great. I like that. It's good wrestling.
Yeah,
do another pay-per-view match too.
Yeah, the pay-per-view was good. Yes, and I was glad that you tagged along for that, Craig, just to see what a different company outside of the AEW, WWE.
Yeah. Well, my buddy Taylor came with me, and he doesn't watch wrestling. His little cousin likes wrestling a lot, and he's like, I went and told him, and I was like, he was like, that was fun. I liked that. That was pretty funny. Like the whole thing with the hometown man. Like he thought it was hilarious.
The hometown man was great. Yeah, it's an awesome gimmick.
And like that's why, honestly, like even like to other things, like I'm a Leafs fan, but like I don't go to the game every year against the Oilers now because I'm like I can't spend that cost.
No, of course not.
And it's like I went to the PWHL game, the Boston versus Vancouver. And
for the same cost, you'd be better off now currently spending the amount of money that you would spend to see your Leafs play in Edmonton. The better option for you would be to buy a plane ticket, fly to Anaheim, and see the Leafs face off of Anaheim because of the recent history now.
Well, yeah, probably about similar.
It'd be cheaper. It'd be cheaper. You know, it's a bunch about it. It's cheaper.
But it's the fact that like I remember going to the PWHL game and I thought, you know what, it was great hockey. Like Boston was way better than Vancouver. They were one of the top teams this year, but like those ladies are the best in the world, and it was great. And I was like, man, I paid like $80 and we're down by the glass, and it's good hockey.
Yeah,
there's all these kids there, and there's like, I'm like, I was like, I want our own team. I don't want to cheer for the Toronto Scepters. I want to cheer for an Edmonton PWHL team.
Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Not going to happen anytime soon. But I was like, we are
denied.
Okay, but I just want to go back to the point a little bit. Nothing feels better than feeling like you got your money's worth because you're probably going to spend your money there again.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing feels worse than feeling like you got robbed of your money because not only are you never going to spend that money again, you're going to tell more people not to spend their money on it.
I know myself and Moorhouse are waiting for TNA to drop the on sale date for that show. I think it's coming up in November again here. And
November pay-per-view,
yeah, it's another pay-per-view here. So So we'll be there. Definitely, for sure.
I'll go check that out again.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Well,
But do you know how many people? You know how many people I told never to go watch an AEW event if it comes to Edmonton? Everybody.
And they
that
still
shit was
come.
weak.
And they're still coming. They
It's-
were.
yeah,
They just were.
the last show drew really well here that they had. So
Did they still have the one side completely open?
No,
Ish.
it was more full than last time.
it was more full than last time, but it's still it's all bottom bowl that they use, right?
Yeah.
So
No, but when we went, it was all bottom bowl, and that
One
one
side
side
was
was
open.
completely blacked out. So they may have had 5,000 people in a 17,000 arena.
It was about. I'd say it's about 6 or 7, so about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what drew better than that AEW show was that PWHL game. Almost the entire lower bowl and
it was
part of the top bowl in there.
I thought about getting tickets for that because I thought, okay, they might be like Oil Kings pricing, something like that. I looked online and I saw it. I was like, whoa, okay, it's sold out and we're already getting $250 a ticket. Hey, all right.
Oh, that would
The
probably
resale.
some of the resellers.
Yeah.
Resale.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah, it was sold out. They sold out of the tickets.
So that's
for
why
it.
you're seeing the resale. Yeah.
That's right.
It was
Yeah.
good hockey. I want a team here.
I do have a
Yeah.
question wrestling wise, a really quick one
Mhm.
before I guess we're done.
Sure.
Here.
Yeah. One more.
Now that everything in the WWE is televised or a pay-per-view or whatever, and
On
they don't
YouTube,
run
whatever.
house shows like that anymore,
Mhm.
do you think people want to really pay money to watch a house show anymore?
We'll
It's
find
kinda
out.
wrestling.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what the in-house photos look like from these.
Okay, well then what's
live
your
events in
prediction?
summer. I think they'll draw probably a lower bowl here. I think they'll get probably about 6-7 foul for that. I would think.
One of the reasons I think they will do okay enough is kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kids,
And they haven't
kids-
been here in a while.
Yeah.
and
Even
kids
though the
going-
prices are not family friendly, I think Dad will still shell out the extra bucks to go see the.
I want to see Cody Rhodes. I want to see Cody Rhodes because he's like
Yeah.
a little kid and he loves Cody
I
Rhodes.
want to see Danhausen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what they'll get. It might be Danhausen and the Miz in the main event for that. I don't know.
But the thing is, the parents are the ones with the money, not the kids. So if the parents go and they don't have a good time, they're not taking their kids back.
No, of course not.
That can happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to that.
How many parents really enjoyed that doink match?
Clowns are us versus the Kings. Is that what
Yep, that one. That
Yeah.
classic
Oh,
doink
that
match.
happened.
If you ever want to see that, folks, it's on the best of Nitro's pick.
Actually, that's in our Survivor Series 1994 episode, which was episode 2 of this series. So, so go back
You
and
got to
check
make a best
episode
of
2.
reel of me just freaking out on stuff.
That might be over the winter time of just kind of just the absolute best ofs of everybody. That's about it. I mean, be good. That'd be good Christmas break content, I believe. So
Hey, who's got next pick?
I believe now it goes to Craig P. Fraser, the way the wheel turns. So it's Craig's pick for the pay-per-view. So yes, you don't have to tell us now. You can wait and we'll let you know or you can let us know at a later time. So
Okay.
Moorhouse is ready. It'll be Moorhouse's pick after Craig. And then we will go to our very first, because I am forfeiting my pick for this upcoming round, our very first Battle of the Eras. And more information on the Battle of the Eras will be released when we do Moorhouse's pick.
I got to ask something because
It's 100%. Yeah, I will. Spoiler: it's 100% fan interactive.
cool.
Mhm.
I got a question because I already know what I'm going to pick for my next one, unless we've already done it and I've completely forgotten.
You can send me the private message about it if you don't want to reveal it on air.
I can reveal it on air
It's okay.
because
Shoot, cowboy.
I have no memory of ever watching this.
Okay.
WrestleMania 2000.
We've never done that one. I don't think I've ever, when I was doing pay-per-view reviews solo, I never did it on this channel. So it's
Yeah,
okay.
because I thought about that. I'm like, wait a second. I have the video game. I remember I was like the biggest wrestling fan ever. We didn't buy pay-per-views at that time.
That was-
we only
that
got
was
to watch Raw.
That was April 2nd or 6th of 2000 at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim.
And it was a fatal four-way, and this is the peak
Yeah.
of WWE. Like The Rock has just done
Yes.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, this is the peak of the Attitude Era right here for this.
Yeah.
This is the
And
WWE is stomping everything.
And it's a very forgettable pay-per-view, and I want to know why, because I've never watched it, no one's ever recommended it, and nobody talks about it.
Okay,
So whenever
well,
it is my pick again,
Yeah.
I'm going WrestleMania 2000.
Got it. Okay. I will keep that in mind for the upcoming, obviously, Battle of the Eras.
I used to have the VHS tape as a kid, so I watched it quite a bit.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
The DVD of WrestleMania 2000 goes for like an insane amount on eBay and that stuff. And I was fortunate enough to have bought that when it was brand new at Walmart for like $20. I still own it. So it's one of the rare WWE home videos that no matter what condition of it, like if I listed my copy right now for it, I could easily get probably $75 to $100 for it.
Because it came out when DVDs weren't really being produced yet.
That's right. Exactly.
Wow.
So it's a 2-disc set. So disc 1's the event with some bonus features, some behind the scenes stuff, whatever. Disc 2 is the one that everybody wants. And it's a 3-hour best of WrestleMania special. That's like the very first deep dive into WrestleMania history. And it's got interviews. It's got interviews with McMahon and with Patterson, with Briscoe, with a lot of the talent that's on roster at that time.
And the other fun thing is they gloss over all the guys that are in WCW.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's never been a Bret Hart WrestleMania match.
There's no Bret Hart
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Macho Man, forget it.
But I'm looking forward to that because, like I said, I never did get to watch that one, and I never went back for it.
They gloss over Shawn Michaels in that.
Oh yeah, because he was still in his drugs and alcohol.
He's still persona non grata around WWE. So they talk about WrestleMania 12 and the marquee matchup of Diesel versus The Undertaker in that one. So there we go. So anyways, as I was saying, Fraser, it's your pick. You can let us know whenever you see fit to do it. And then once we get that, we will watch the show and we will let everybody know when we are going live for this. Yes.
Please, no more Mexican wrestling. I learned my lesson. Never
no
again.
More lucha? No más lucha.
No más lucha.
No más lucha, por favor.
Unless you pick Lucha Underground or you pick like modern day AAA, please, for the love of God, no CMLL, no old school AAA, none of that shit.
How about the movie Nacho Libre?
There you go.
And don't forget, we've never had anybody take us up on this offer since we started this in this format. But fans, you can interrupt the wheel. Yes, just email me, nitromaniactv@gmail.com with your choice of a pay-per-view. The only condition is you have to provide a link to the streaming service that it's on, whether it's on Peacock, YouTube, if it's available on wherever
it's got to be available for us to find.
It's got to be readily available for us to find. And you can make a suggestion to do it. That's the only ground rule that I have, and that's it. So
we did it.
You can interrupt the wheel. Yes, absolutely. So yeah. So now it's time to plug stuff. Fraser, you are in the start of your summer season with the Dark Ascension LARP. At darkascensionlarp.com, what's going on?
Yeah, well, the end of the spring season, technically, because this coming week, June 6th, at Barr Harbor Camp near Stettler. That is our Tournament of Glory game. So this is a fun game. If you're new to LARP, you want to try it out. This is the one where it's mostly like event-based. There will be some story stuff coming at you, but it's mostly like, who's the best at duels? Who can try archery? And so it's a good place to kind of give a light run into LARP, and we like doing this. Our players like it. So still time to register for that at darkascensionlarp.com. And then we're having a nice big break until September because it's way too hot to LARP in September.
Question.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In LARPing, what time or era are you guys LARPing in?
Well, it depends on the LARP. Every LARP is going to have there's the typical medieval general LARP. There's like sci-fi LARPs, like there's like Star Wars LARPs, and there's post-apocalyptic like Mad Max style LARPs and stuff.
That was when I almost signed up with my buddy about 4 years ago. There was folks out of Calgary. I can't remember what exactly it was, but it was like a cyberpunk type thing. Yeah.
So it depends on the game. We in Dark Ascension, we're playing in this alternate world. We have a year. It's around 247 LL by one of the imperial calendars. It's a medieval style LARP. There's not really like some reenactor LARPs. They'll try to like really reenact a period of history, but I find that those can be like, those are some of the ones where like they'll come up to your canvas tent and be like, you guys have an aluminum frame and that's not to the period, and so that's not gonna count. You have to take it down. Like there's that degree of it. Some people really like that because it's like a reenacting based thing, but for us it's just like a medieval time.
Yeah,
I would love to LARP in the wrong era. I think that would be the funniest shit ever. Like, just to be sci-fi, but then I drop in a Zorro would be the funniest shit ever.
What's William Wallace doing here?
You could, yeah, I like it in concept. There's a way you could do it. There's a way you could do it. If you like,
can I walk in with the leather jacket and a half metal mask like Terminator, and you guys are like,
yeah, like if you come in with like a Nerf gun and stuff like that, and you're just like you're in like the wrong time. You can't.
I am Yofa Saracana.
If you came in and you just kind of like walked around and like had genuinely good role play with people, and like you weren't there to like game bust or be like, I'm just here to disrupt shit and be a jerk. Like there's a way you could do it, and it would be hilarious, and the players would be like, that's actually funny. Like this guy was here. Because I
like the time travel thing of like you're right. You could come in as the Terminator at any point in time because you're there for Sarah Connor's ancestors.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for like it's like if you're just coming in to be the Terminator, but it's like you could come in as like an android robot kind of character and just be like, you don't tell anybody that, but you're there.
But I am a cybernetic organism.
You could walk around and do that voice the entire time and kind of be a bit more robotic like that, and then people will be like, "Who the fuck is it?" And, like, and they might try to like garrote you or like put you to sleep, and then like they'll do like some kind of ritual, and they'll be like, "All right, so we did a successful ritual on you." Did your hand on head is like, we did a successful ritual on you. Who are you? And you'd be like, I'm a cybernetic organism that was sent here to hunt down somebody
to the hand.
It'd be so out, dickwad.
It could work. There's a way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you please do it?
I'm envisioning Terminator beaming in, and then all of a sudden, it's like the first version of Terminator. So the motors, the motor driver, the motor skills haven't evolved past like a snail's pace of walking. So it just
cerebral.
I'm envisioning him walking like RoboCop from Capital Combat 90, where he's just kind of just walking around, just slowly, just. I am a Terminator.
Oh, gross! I just envision him appearing like every naked Terminator in a blue orb.
No, obviously you'd have like the leather jacket on and stuff and the whatever, but you can't go more than like maybe a snail's pace if you're walking towards something.
We did something close to this. The last thing I'll say is we did so. We had a guy.
Dead.
Wait, stop.
We had a guy that used to be in our plot team that left, and it was kind of a weird situation. But he pitched this character that stole a relic from one of the factions that brought it to the game.
Oh
my friend was going to play him in the game, and he's like, "Cool, do you have a name for this guy?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's John Diadman." And he goes, "What? John Diadman?" He's like, "Yes, John Diadman." And so he looks at it and he goes, "It's just John Deadman. You just named him John Deadman. You just changed it to Diadman.
D-E-Adman.
It's not Jack Lame, it's Jack LeMay." Like kind of a thing. And so it's like, and so we were like, okay, so that was like way in the past. And then a couple of games ago last year, we finished early, plot was happening, and the players were still kind of feeling it. They were still in the tavern, and Mason kind of turns to me and he goes, "Should we bring out the Diadman gang?" I was like, "Do you want to?" And so we just, for the moment, we got some of the NPCs, we threw on some different kit, and we just came into the tavern like a bunch of idiots. It was like, "Oh, my name's Brian Diadman. Yeah, I'm a fife." And I got this stupid nasal helm on. I was like, "Yeah, I'm Brian Diadman." So we had so much fun with it.
I would like to come in as Stewie on my time machine.
You could do it.
People be like, Brian. Stewie Brian. Oh, I don't think this is where we're supposed to be.
Oh no, it's exactly what's supposed to be. We're in the middle of a LARP game in 2016.
That's pretty good.
That's a really good Stewie.
That's a very good Stewie.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. So and of course you can reach out to you for more and stuff like that. So Mr. TL, where can they reach you on the socials?
At TMLAUTAN, that is TM Loudon exclusively on the Twitter X, where I want the smoke.
Pretty X.
And you may give me the smoke for picking such a bad pay-per-view.
That's fine. Moorhouse, what you got going on, if anything? Just kind of just chilling,
Just hanging out and talking with you,
Cool.
fine gentlemen.
Yeah, I think it might almost be time. It might almost be time for me and you to sit down and do another thing. But I'll think about it over the next month or so, and we'll do something. So, yeah,
What?
Absolutely.
What does it
Him
mean?
and I, we kind of do these little side projects once in a while that show up on the channel. So.
I don't know if I want to know about this.
No?
Hey, Ty, I think you and I need to sit down and do a little.
I was
solo.
going to say,
It's on the unofficial OnlyFans account.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just gonna do feet pics.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr.
Actually-
Craig, we must go and revisit our college.
Actually,
That'd be funny.
actually, if Fraser and TL want to do a side project and make it wrestling based, we'll definitely have it on the channel for sure.
Like those old apartment wrestling videos in the magazines.
Oh, there we go. I can see Mr. TL trying to rant about work rate on Debbie Downer's frickin'.
We'll just do a mini series of like I'll be like Kane in the kitchen doing Chef Boyardee. It'll be like a sitcom, or I'm just Kane.
So quickly before we go, you wanted to touch on this, Craig. You brought this up, but the Dan Soder, Will Sasso, Chris Van Vliet,
Van Vliet.
podcast. Van Vliet, whatever.
Van Vliet.
The Impressions podcast. What was your thoughts on that as a Will Sasso doozy fan and a fan of Dan Soder's work? And
I've seen Dan Soder live.
Mhm.
He's really good, and I honestly think two of the best impressionist comedians late, at least when it comes to doing like wrestling impressions.
Was that hour and a half just unhinged? Like that was,
it was so
it's
good.
more
It was
unhinged
the
than
greatest.
this.
It was the greatest.
Just the Macho Man to Jesse Ventura, just the
Yeah.
and then right to like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You don't
check it
know.
out at work tomorrow.
Hey, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Hogan.
for sure. Absolutely. So, and just quickly before you go, I just want to get Governor Ventura's opinion, if I may, about the data center issue with AI and the fact that Americans are building more and more data centers and
We're stepping on a soapbox.
using.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with the government that wants to have artificial intelligence as the only thing that runs this country. How about that?
Right,
what happened
right.
to people? What happened to blood and flesh? What happened to us? What about universal basic income? I tried to stop this when I tried to start a union in the World Wrestling Federation, and Hulk Hogan sold me out.
Well, what about the small town of Frisco, Texas, that had their local water supply cut in like 3/4 because of the Amazon AI center that opened up?
Frisco, Texas doesn't even exist anymore, according to the U.S.
Oh, no, they
government.
don't.
They erased it from the map. They said, "Oh, you don't live here. Do you not pay property taxes?" And they said, "No." Well, then get out of here. How about that? We'll take your water supply. Well, Frisco, Texas has been erased from the map, according. You tell me why. They took the water supply of Amazon is so big. Right? They have their own Amazon River, but they don't use that river. They just use other people's rivers. What is that? What if I went to the Amazon and I set up a Burger King?
Mr. Ventura, are you saying you're going to go to the Amazon and open up a Burger King?
Or maybe I'll open up 4 Burger Kings. I don't know.
I
Or
know
maybe
you're
I'll
saying
open 4 Oppressor Canarios.
that. I
How
know
about
you're
that?
saying
I'm going to go there and I'm going to open up a Chipotle.
Why don't you tell me what I said?
You tell me
Tell
where
me
I
what
went.
I
I didn't say that. I'm going to go back to the Baja.
The Baja. The original
Baja
Baja
Blast.
Blast. Yeah.
Original Baja Blast that I made in 1983 when I was still in the World Wrestling Federation. And it was delicious and natural ingredients made from Rocky Mountain spring water. Instead, here comes the fucking assholes at Mountain Dew, and they kick me out at the knees because Vince McMahon bought stock in the company of PepsiCo, and they took my Baja Blast recipe and bastardized it full of sugar and put it into the stores.
At least when we had sugar, it was real cane sugar.
Are you
Not
telling me
high
why? My
fructose
Baja Blast was made with real Baja.
Yeah. Well,
And a little bit of blast.
A little bit of blast from the Baja.
well, gentlemen, when Worlds Collide, the runtime for it was 2 hours and 10 minutes. We are now at 2 hours and 14 minutes of the review. So for the first time ever in this channel's history, the review is indeed longer than the pay-per-view. So
And our show is better. Our show is better, damn it.
You tell me what's better.
I just did.
If you're
Our
such
show.
a patriot.
That's it. Right on. All right, guys. Well, I'll say, hey, thanks for joining me. We'll catch you guys next time here on the channel. We'll catch you next time here on the channel. This has been Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. Do take care. Happy wrestling watching, and we'll catch you next time here on Classic Nitro's.
You got the little man, you got the big man, and you got the bigger man.